The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 436. We record on October the 2nd, 2023. I'm one of your hosts, Gigi Gonzalez, known as Jesus Walks Out. Today I'm joined by my friend, back from Fiji, and in the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief Henley Merrill is back. Welcome back, Henley. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm back officially. AI Gunny was cool 2 weeks ago.
He was. Anyways, welcome back, Gunny. And from Little Ohio, driving the Camaro around the cornfields, the Mayo is back. Steve Willier, welcome, Steve. Hey, got a question for you, Mayo. Are you out there making the corn mazes with your Camaro?
How'd you know? It's my second job.
That's your second job? They hire you in the month of October to go out there and make the corn mazes?
Just drive through the field, yeah.
All right, cool.
I use the Nissan though. I don't use the Camaro. It's too fragile for that. Nissan, it's okay.
All right, you drive the Nissan.
Ford 250 is okay with it.
Nice. Welcome back, gentlemen, to the show. Welcome back, listeners, as well. We were gone last week, so last week there was a few things going on. 1, Gunny was out of the country. 2, Mayo was moving. And 3, I was like dead from sickness. I don't know what I had, man. I don't know if you listened last week on the show. That Monday night when we recorded Mayo, I was starting to get sick. That was like the beginning of my sickness. And by Thursday, I had like no voice, dude. I honestly did not sound like me at all. I could barely talk. I was like whispering. And then Friday, same thing. Saturday, same thing. By Sunday, I started getting a little bit better. But Monday, I was still sick, and I'm still sick now, actually. So, yeah, it's fucking crazy. I've been dealing with this for 2 weeks.
Yeah, when you messaged me, I was just kind of getting over my whatever freaking Ebola or some shit from drinking the jungle water.
Yeah, man, no,
I couldn't get away from the hotel room. Not too far away from it. Because I was in bad shape for 3 days.
I've been pretty sick, man. So bear with me, I guess. But yeah, I'm hopefully I could recover here in these next 2 days when
you sound good.
I have 2 days off. So yeah, I sound way better than I did last week, though. I'm telling you, dude, I had like no voice. I was whispering like this, and I could barely talk. And it sounded all raspy and shit. It was all fucked up. I don't know what the hell I had, dude. All right, but yeah, I've actually been going through it pretty good. I didn't take very much medicine, so it's just kind of my body's been just fighting it off by itself naturally, I guess. And I guess it's doing a pretty good job because I'm still alive. So I'm winning, Mayo.
Yeah.
Jesus won this disease, cold virus, whatever the hell I had. 0. Fucking bitch.
You were on that, and I was get my penicillin.
Anyways, welcome back, people, to the show. You can follow us on _HorribleGamers on the X. Leave us a review on the Apple Podcast machines. You can also find us on Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Player FM, iHeartRadio, Pandora Music, Amazon fucking Music. You can find us everywhere, literally. Audible Podcasts. We are available on every podcast platform. And if we're not available on one that you find, let us know and we'll make it available there. You can also join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. It's a closed group, so anything you post in there stays in there. And join our Discord link to join us in the show notes. You can literally join on your phone. You download the Discord app, you make an account, then you go to our show notes, you click on the Discord thing, and it'll take you right to your app, right into the server, and it'll welcome you in. And Discord is just like a chat room. It's like a big old chat room that you can voice chat. You can text chat. You can have different rooms in there. You can have different servers. You can make your own server if you want. So it's all fun and games in Discord. So head on over to Discord, get yourself into the group of the Horrible Gamers Discord server, and we will play some games and chat in there. That's usually where I'm at when I'm playing games. I always have Discord open, so I'm always looking at it. I can always see it. I'll jump in the general chat sometimes while I'm playing a game, and you can just join in there and chat or whatever. I know Ghost Nico does it quite often. I've spoken to Leahy a few times in there. And And just random people will drop in sometimes and talk with me. I know Nipron has done it a few times. So get on the Discord and join us. Also, a big shout out to our Patreon machines that support the show with the monies. And thanks to them, this show is ad-free. Big shout out to Leahy, Jason Sams, Robert Noble, Chad, Henley M, Pork Chop Poo, Nipron, the best HGP host ever, Evan, Raw Dog, Bark Tanaka, all in caps. Okay, just remember that. And Bill Garner, the second of his name, renowned first ever HGP patron, father of dragons, Elden Lord, Starborn, Pirates of the Cosmos. Wow, that's a long name. Anyways, let's get to talking about what we've been playing, gentlemen. And big shout out to the intro music maker, Phantom Mech, and the outro music, bro, for free. Shout out to them. Go find them wherever music is put on or made or whatever, available to you, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. I don't care where you find them, just find them.
Bandcamp. They're everywhere.
Talking about video games. I've been playing games. Okay. Gunny. Okay. I've been playing games.
I've been playing a lot this week.
Last 3 weeks, I played a few games. Real quick, I want to touch on Battlefield. So I played a little bit Battlefield. It's still Battlefield. But I am excited because today they dropped a trailer for something called Battlefield. Fucking, what the hell is it called?
I normally would see it on Twitter, but I didn't.
Dark Creations.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I saw.
Dark Creations. It is a new, looks like a new event or a mode for Halloween coming out this 10th of October. They're going to drop a gameplay trailer on the 5th of this week, but they just dropped a cinematic trailer right now, today. And it looks pretty fucking cool. It looks like some sort of event. I don't know if you could go in there with the squad, only 4 players, or what it is, but it looks like you'll be fighting soldiers that are like zombie soldiers. So they're soldiers that are the Battlefield characters, but they turn into zombies or something. I don't know.
Oh, shit, I'm all about it then.
But they're not like zombies like in Call of Duty that they just chase you and like try to bite you. I'm assuming they do that, but they like actually use their guns and shit too. So like you're fighting them like soldiers, but they're like evil zombie soldiers or whatever. So it looks kind of like a cool event. I want to check it out. Hopefully they have some cool rewards tied to it. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be the Halloween event for Battlefield 2042. I'm sure Call of Duty has something planned. I think last year they added like all the famous killer people to like the game as skin DLCs or whatever, right? Like they had Jigsaw, Leatherface. I don't know if they had Michael Myers. I don't think they did, but maybe they had Jason. I know they had a few characters in there that were like iconic slasher killers or whatever that were part of like DLC skins you could buy. And they were pretty popular last year. I'm assuming they're going to bring that back, maybe add some event in Warzone. I know Warzone also had some event last time where there was like zombies on the map or whatever, like all over the map kind of, like zombies would break out of like rooms and shit and chase you around the map. So I'm assuming they're going to do that this year as well for Warzone. If not, so probably already started. I don't really play Warzone, so I don't know what the hell's going on over there. I actually don't even have Call of Duty installed right now, which is wild. Seeing as I'm going to buy the new one.
Kind of rare for you over there.
Yeah, seeing as I'm going to buy the new one, I'm kind of like surprised that I don't have it installed. Anyways, besides all that, gentlemen, I did end up playing a little bit of was it 60s in Fallujah or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Is that still around?
Still around, definitely still around. It's early access, definitely still going. But like I told you before, they added that mode where it's called War Games, where you can make your own lobby and set your own parameters. So like how hard the AI is going to be, how procedurally generated is the map, what kind of objectives do you have. And you can also set the time of day, type of weather that you want it to be outside, and type of combat situation you want to be in. It's pretty interesting how you can do all that, and it changes the game quite a bit. I know that there's like a mode now in the game where you can, like it's nighttime in the map, so it's like fucking dark as shit. And you do have flashlights on your guns that you can use, right? And it's just like in Ready or Not, where you have like these flashlights. But the AI does react to the flashlight. If they know, like if they see your flashlights, they're going to start converging towards your flashlights. The enemies don't use flashlights, so they're kind of pretty hidden. There's no night vision goggles, though, in 60s of Fallujah. I think they said that the reason they don't have NVGs is because they just haven't got to develop developed them yet or something. I don't know. So they're trying to work on that, I guess. They're going to add those later. But you can play in a nighttime mode. There's also a sandstorm mode where, like, in the middle of the match or during the match, the sandstorm will come in. So, of course, dust everywhere and shit. But that also affects your comms. So, like, if you are kind of, like, if you get separated from your squad and you're trying to call them on the radio, you'll sound kind of staticky and broken up to them, you know what I mean? And same with them talking back to you, it'll sound staticky and broken up because of the sandstorm or whatever. So it's kind of cool little effects they're doing to the game, and they're adding to it. I look forward to seeing what else they do with that game. I know that they said that they do plan to eventually add, like, civilians into the map, rules of engagements and different shit like that, so we'll see what happens, man. That game, I think, is going to end up being a long development cycle, almost like Ready or Not, but we'll see what it's like in a couple years, because Ready or Not has been in early access for 3 years now, I think. So, yeah.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Yeah, Ready or Not started out like in 2020, and I've been playing it since it came out. And I could tell you, Ready or Not from when it came out to now is kind of not drastically different, but in terms of how well, like, the maps are now laid out and how smart the AI is now compared to what it used to be, it's quite a significant difference. And they just continue to make the game better. So I look forward to seeing what else they do with the game as well, because they were talking about their next big patch, which is going to add, like, this governor's mansion or whatever, like the senator's mansion. And the senator was taken hostage or something, or got killed, or somebody took over his mansion or something. So you got to go in there and kill all the bad guys or whatever. And it looks like a cool map. It looks like an interesting DLC or map or whatever scenario they're adding to the game. But yeah, speaking of all that, I did end up playing, of course, a little bit more Starfield. I ended up finishing the Crimson Fleet quest line. That is a pretty expensive quest line.
Yeah,
I would say it's one of the bigger ones. Yeah, it's one of the bigger ones, one of the longer ones. I ended up doing all that. I won't tell you what happened in the end because it's kind of a spoiler, but I did finish that quest line.
Thank you.
I also did some other stuff in the game, and I've kind of just been running around Starfield doing random shit. I found myself with a shitload of money now. Like, I got like 700,000 credits. Granted, you get a lot of credits for completing the Crimson Fleet quest line, but I also have a lot of credits because of other things that I've been doing, just buying stuff, selling stuff. And so I've been just running around doing my own thing in the universe. I don't know if it's that game. I don't know if I'm at a point where I want to just finish it or I want to keep playing it the way I've been playing it. I kind of stopped playing it, though, because I've been playing something else. And I am also kind of waiting for them to drop the DLSS patch and all that they said they were going to do. Now, who knows how the fuck long it's going to take Bethesda to do that.
You haven't tried doing the mod yet? Or
Oh, I have all the mods.
So do you do the DLSS mod, or are you just going to wait for that?
I have everything. I have it already. I have all the mods. I have DLSS mod. I have a reshade mod. I have the rebar mod. I have...
You have the round butt mod, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. I got a bunch of mods. Of course you do. I got like so many fucking mods, man. It's insane. Like, that game is modded to hell on my PC. That game is modded like a motherfucker. So I'm kind of waiting for this patch to come out so I can remove some of these mods and see how the game performs with their DLSS support and with the ultra wide support and their FOV slider. I even ended up modding the game to where I can change my FOV. I have it set to 125, which is perfect for my ultra wide. So I like the way it looks, the way it feels. Yeah, I'm playing a lot of that game, but I ended up falling off of that game because another game recently came out with the mega update, and that was Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk 2077 is now Cyberpunk 2077 2.0. CD Projekt Red, this is their biggest expansion for Cyberpunk yet, and it shows for sure. And they also added an expansion pack to the game, which is like a purchasable thing.
$30.
$30,
US
yes.
dollars.
The patch itself is free if you just want to play the game with the patch. To play the DLC content is not free, so make sure you have that in mind. Like, when you go in there and you're like, "Oh, I thought this was free." No,
there are
some of the
free things, right? Like
the
free
changes.
Guns and
the changes to the game are free. They've patched the mechanics of the game significantly, but the DLC is not free, not whatsoever. Like, all that shit costs you $30.
Yeah,
but
that map.
the patch itself is free. The
Right. Yeah. So
missions,
like
the
the
content,
DLC
it's
is like
not.
a inner part of the city, right? It's basically like a place you can
Another
access.
map.
So like it's just a different area, basically.
Yes, so it's Dogtown. Dogtown is a part of the map inside Night City where the police are not allowed. So it's kind of ran by this dude. I forget his name, but he's like a bad guy, and he apparently fought in like the corporate wars or whatever the fuck was going on back before when like the corporations went to war. He was part of the war, and he was one of the guys that was running the whatever company, some military fucking mercenary corporation, and when they ended up like evacuating the section or whatever that he's in, he ended up staying there, and then he like just said, fuck it, I'm gonna make this my place. So the cops are not allowed in there, so there's no police inside Dogtown. Matter of fact, cops get killed automatically if they go into Dogtown, so cops can't go in there. uh so the cops kind of just leave that area alone, and that place is policed by the gang that runs the area. So like there's like a gang in there, I forget what they're called, but they run that part of the map or the world or whatever is Dogtown.
Does it work the same way, Jesus, where because I think it's now with that new update, the new patch, where you can kind of raise your levels when you start, shooting police. So does it work the same way in Dogtown with the gangs?
The gangs will just chase you and try to kill you.
Yeah. So no, I mean I'm just curious. Like if you
There's no
continue to
wanted
keep
level.
killing them, like does it keep? Is there more of a wanted level in that game?
No,
Like
they just keep
same in
showing up.
Dogtown? Yeah.
No, they just keep showing up. I haven't really fuck with that, but no. From every time that I fought a gang, I just shoot all of them and run to try to hide from the other ones that show up, and then eventually they leave me alone.
Yeah, like a cooldown timer.
But all that's now in effect in the game. So in the actual Night City itself, if you commit a crime, the police are called, and then you'll see like somebody say like, "Oh, blah blah blah, a crime has been reported," and whatever. And then you'll see like you hear like a cop say, "Oh, this is whatever unit so and so. I'm going to respond." And then on your mini map, it'll like next to it, there's like a stars, like 1 to 5, like GTA kind of, and then it'll show them driving around and which way they're searching, so you can kind of try to like avoid driving in the same roads that they're on or whatever to try to avoid them. Obviously, the more stars you get, so the harder it is to get away from them.
But is it like GTA, like it has a cooldown too, so it goes backwards? So if you like at 4 stars, does it go back down to like 3? Then does it go down to like 2? Or is it just like that time and then it just all goes away?
You just have to lose them completely.
Gotcha.
And I know I do know that
it existed, right?
I do know that if you get 5 stars, max tac does get called in. So like that SWAT team cops or whatever, like in the spaceship, they come in with their fucking SWAT team gear or whatever to fuck you up. And they ain't no joke either. Those motherfuckers are pretty tough. Anyways, so yeah, I was playing a lot of that. So the DLC is kind of cool. Starts off, you're yourself, you're just chilling, and you get a call from this chick, and her name is Songbird, and she's like telling you like, "Hey, I know what's wrong with you in your head. I know you have like this fucking chip in your head, and I can help you, but I need you to help me." And you're kind of like I don't believe you, or you could be like, whatever, there's dialogue options. Anyway, ultimately, you end up agreeing to help her, and she ends up telling you, okay, she's like, well, I'm on Space Force One or whatever, like the president's fucking spaceship airplane or whatever. And she's like, and we're flying right now in the air, but the plane has been hijacked. Like somebody hacked into the plane, and now it's flying like it was flying towards like wherever they were going, but it was diverted to Night City or whatever. And she's like, well, now we're being diverted towards Night City. And then you ask her like, well, aren't you a fucking net runner person? Like, don't you know how to hack? Like, why don't you just hack the plane back and take it back under your control? She's like, oh, it doesn't really work like that, blah, blah, blah. For whatever reason, she can't fucking do it. So you end up going to Dogtown. She kind of helps you sneak into Dogtown. And you get into Dogtown. And then once you get in there, you have to kind of you walk around. It's kind of like an introduction to Dogtown. So you kind of start learning about the people in there, who the fuck is living there, who the hell wants to live in Dogtown, And it's usually the people that fucked up in Night City that either owe somebody money, they're running from the cops, some corporation's trying to kill them, whatever. They run to Dogtown and live there. And pretty much ends up happening like in the first few minutes, all shit breaks loose. Fucking plane ends up getting shot down right over you. Like you see it in the air, and then fucking missiles start shooting towards the plane. And then obviously one hits the plane and the plane starts coming down and it fucking crashes in Dogtown. So then now is your job to rescue the president that's on the plane, the lady president or whatever. She's on the plane and the Songbird was on the plane too. That chick was on the plane, but something happened where she like got to the escape pod because there was an escape like fucking pod or whatever on the plane. And somehow she got to it, but the president didn't get to it. So she escaped through the escape pod and crashed somewhere else in Dogtown or something. And the president's on the plane, so you got to go get her. So you end up going down there. Shit's going fucking wild. Everyone's shooting everybody. You know, obviously the gang of Dogtown is trying to get to the plane to kidnap the president. So they're all trying to get down there. And then fucking all hell breaks loose. And the president's kind of a badass, dude. Like this motherfucker is like a badass. She's not like it's not like your typical escort the president, some frail old person, you know what I mean, that can't fucking hold a gun.
Mhm.
No, this motherfucker's out here shooting guns with you and shit, fucking
Nice.
fucking these dudes up, you know what I mean? Like, because apparently she's also got like cybernetics in her or whatever, because she has like the metal, like the little circuit boards and shit, looking shit on her face, and like, so she's obviously got like some cybernetic shit going on in her body too, right? So, anyways, you end up fighting all the people in Dogtown to try to get her out. And that whole mission, literally the whole intro from the beginning, from like, okay, you're going into Dogtown, sneaking in, to getting the president to safety, right? Like you got to get her to like a safe house, you know? That whole section, Mayo, took about an hour and a half. It is constantly like nonstop fucking action for like a whole hour and a half of that intro. It's just like fucking you going, and it doesn't stop, dude. It's just like, you think that was crazy? Well, watch what we're gonna do next. And then boom, it gets even fucking crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. And like by the end, you're like, holy fucking shit, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like it's some epic ass shit going on in the battles that you're doing. And then like there's a lot of like, okay, we gotta sneak through this street, and like the whole street is covered with people, and the gang is looking for the president. So you got like the fucking gang driving around and flying around everywhere, fucking drones flying around looking for her. And you got to like, you know, you're trying to get her to safety. And of course, everyone knows she's the fucking president because she's dressed like the president. She looks like the president. And everyone knows that there's a reward for her. Like if you capture her, because the guy says on the loudspeakers, anyone catches her, I'll give you $10 million. So it's like, oh, fuck. You know, like they really want this chick, you know? So I'm like, fuck. So like, anyways, you end up like fucking getting her to safety, and then all that shit happens. And then you end up meeting the other guy. What's his name? Idris Elba or whatever, but I forget what his name is in the game.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember off the trailer what it was.
He has a
Idris?
name.
Is it Idris, right? It starts with an I?
Yeah, it's Idris, but I don't know like what the fuck his name is in the game. Like he has a
his
name.
character name, yeah.
Anyways, he comes up like, and then you end up meeting him, and like that's the whole thing about him. You learn like who he is and how does the president know him, because the president tells you to go look for him, but there's like a secret way you got to do it, Mayo, because it's like some secretive shit going on.
Oh, some James
like,
Bond type stuff
then, like,
going
some
on.
James Bond shit going on. Yeah, so like it's pretty cool so far. And then like, so besides that, once I did that, the game does the typical thing of like, okay, wait a day or two till this guy calls you back with more information about where Songbird might be or whatever. Because I think we're trying to find out. I think once I finish that mission, you have to find out where Songbird is, but like he has to look into it, and to do that, like it takes him a few days. So like you kind of just have to go on and do your other missions or whatever while he calls you. During that time, I ended up I walked around Dogtown. I did some other missions. I did like some mission where like I met this boxer guy who's like a fighter, like a street fighter boxer dude. And he was telling me like he wants to be a champion, like a champion boxer, and he's really good, right? Obviously, because I saw him beat some dude's ass. And I'm like, oh, all right, cool, man. And he's like, yeah, but I can't be the best because like I have a chip in my head that this chick from this gang is like a gang leader. She controls it, and she can like hit a button, and when she hits that, my body shuts down. So like, if they want me to throw a fight, she could just bet against me and fucking, you know, set it up to where I fucking go down at whatever round, because she just hits the button and I die or whatever. Or I don't die, but I go down or whatever. So all this crazy shit happens with that DLC or that story. And there's a lot of cool stuff going on in this cyberpunk world, Gunny. Like I'm excited to go more into it and more deep into it.
Yeah,
New guns, a lot of new shit.
I actually started a new game since you mentioned it a couple days ago. I was like, shit, let me download that because I haven't played it in a while. But I didn't buy the DLC. I'm just playing through like a new playthrough under I think Street Kid this time. I think I chose Nomad the last time.
Okay.
But it looks really
Yeah.
good. It's really sharp on the playing on the Xbox X.
Yeah.
I've had like no issues.
Yeah.
Shooting
Oh, the
feels
game.
better, driving feels better.
Yeah. And now on the PC, they actually enabled even more options for graphical settings. Of course, the
Was there
game.
an increase? I didn't really
Oh,
catch that there was.
there's a
I
shitload of
I
increases for
started
the
playing the other
graphical
day, and I
settings.
started from the beginning, so I went ahead and just started
So,
fresh. So it
so in
did
the
feel
graphics settings now, you can actually end up setting the that NVIDIA what the fuck's it called? NVIDIA. Fuck the AI fucking shit. Some AI fucking NVIDIA shit where it'll use AI to like render frames or whatever
yeah, I
and
did see
try
that
to
in
do
there.
that.
Yeah,
There's that. You can also enable the DLSS 3. They actually have that enabled for this game.
don't you have to use that? Have a
You have to have a
4.0?
4090.
4.0? Yeah.
Yeah, they recommend a
No, not
4090
there
or
yet.
4080. But the AI doesn't have to require a 4090. You can use it with the,
Yeah, I seen
believe
that option on mine,
even a
and I have a 2080
2080.
Super. Yeah,
I think a 2080 can use the AI stuff. I think
yeah.
because I have it
It showed up on
enabled.
mine. Yeah, and
Um,
was playing through it today a little bit, checking it
There's a
out.
lot of settings in there now that they've enabled, and so you go in there and fuck around with all that. I ended up getting my settings where I'm hovering roughly around. It goes anywhere between 50 to like 90 frames. It just doesn't really hop around too much, like drastically. I see it roughly around 60 for the most part. It always stays around 60. Sometimes it goes to 70. Then sometimes it'll go up to 80 or 90. But most part it stays at 60. The game
Are
looks
you just gonna
incredible though.
eventually, at this point, Jesus, just lock it in at 60? Would that be a better experience? Or are
Uh,
you fine between the 50 and 90?
I'm fine with it. I don't really care to lock it in. Um, so I'm just okay with it at this point because I'm
Probably
running.
probably depends on where you're at too, right? Like if you're in the big open world part of
Oh
it, it's
yeah,
probably gonna
yeah.
drop. You know.
If you're in the Dogtown where all the people are walking around, it drops obviously. But you're in a smaller alleyway, it goes up a lot or whatever. But
Yeah.
what I have noticed is that the vehicles are actually a little bit better as well now. And I thought, was this because of the frame rate? No, it's because the vehicles actually do feel better. They actually made them feel less, I want to say less floaty. The vehicles feel more like grounded. Like I said, it's not perfect by any means, but it feels better than it did when the game came out 2 years ago or whatever. Besides that, they've also added a lot of gear to the game. There's so much gear everywhere. There's fucking gear everywhere, and so there's all that too. You can craft weapons now. You can like I guess you could before, but you can craft better shit now. And I ended up buying like this sniper
Oh,
rifle,
shit.
but it was like a sniper rifle. It was a craft like a blueprint, and I was like, why the fuck did I spend $45,000 on this when it's just a crafting blueprint? I thought it was the gun, and no, it was a crafting spec sheet or whatever, and it said it says you need 30 level 5 crafting components to get this. I have like 7 level 5 crafting components.
Oh, you gotta
Not
wait. You
even
gotta
close.
grind.
How the fuck do I find these?
There's
So
probably a
there's all
YouTube
that.
guide or something, or a Reddit guide you need to go to.
There's also a new perk that you get with the DLC that you have to buy. So with this Dogtown DLC thing, you get a new it's a part of the skill tree. It's a new like level to it. And it's like a military tech uh perk system like thing. But those perks are only leveled up via like this militech shit that you have to hack inside Dogtown, and it could be everywhere. Like I'm sure there's a guide on how to find all of them, but they're scattered all around Dogtown, and you can go up to these things and just hack them real quick, and it'll give you like a point or whatever, and then you can use these military tech points to upgrade your military tech. And the military tech is kind of cool. So some of it'll give you like Some of it is like you're able to shoot and run at the same time, or like shoot and dodge and like at the same time. You can shoot while you're dodging, and then like slows down time. It slows like slow motion, so you could like run, slide, slow motion, shoot, get behind the guy and fuck him up, all in like one motion. If you're good enough, if you're like fast enough to be able to pull all the or like press all the buttons in the right sequence, you can do cool shit like that now. Like you can do some crazy ass fucking combat shit in the game now. Where before, I'm sure it was doable. It just wasn't as like it didn't flow as well. It seems like they kind of tightened all that up, and the perk systems has all been revamped. Then now they also have a passive perk, and there's like about 5 or 8 or 10 of them. I think there's like a bunch of them. They're just passive perks, and these perks are with you from the beginning of the game, and they level up as you do things. So it'll be like, oh, get 10 headshots, and then the headhunter perk will level up, and then once you level it up, it'll say, okay, this now you get a 10% accuracy bonus if you shoot at somebody's head, or like a 10% damage bonus, or then you level it up again. It'll be like, okay, now if you level up to level 4, it gives you a perk point for your other perks. It'll be like, okay, here's a perk point for your other perks, so you can put into the other perks. So it's kind of cool like that. And there's a bunch of them. There's like running. There's one for running. There's one for stealth. There's one for hacking. There's one for like hacking cameras, hacking turrets, hacking people. You can do all kinds of crazy shit in the game. There's all that now too.
I like the hacking when you set off their grenade.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like when they reach down, they're like, "Oh shit!" It's like, crap, and then blows up 3 enemies. Yeah.
There's also like pretty cool hacks. Like I know they were in the game before, but I love doing them. The ones that like you blind the people, like you hack their eyeballs so they go blind for like 20 seconds. So they have no idea where the fuck is happening around them, and you can just walk up to them and punch them in the head, and like they won't even know it was coming. Like because they're freaking out about their eyes because they can't see or whatever. So there's pretty cool stuff like that, man.
That's when you pull out that sword and just start hacking and slashing limbs off.
One thing that I have experience with this game coming from Starfield, it was very jarring. I didn't think it would be. It's just how mature Cyberpunk is compared to Starfield. Now, I'm sure this isn't Starfield rated. I'm sure it's rated M for mature, right? Because it has drug use and shit.
Yeah, it is. But no sexual scenes or nudity like Cyberpunk
is so well done. It is so gory. And it's legit, dude. I was in a room with 2 cops. Okay, listen. I did a quest. I had to go rescue these 2 cops, and like I guess they were doing some fucking shit, and like somehow they went missing. But they went missing inside an old police station, so I had to go into this old police station to help these cops. And the police station's overrun by this gang, so I have to kill all the gang. Then I finally get to these cops, and these motherfuckers are in a room with the dead body on the table, and it's like cut open, and there's fucking blood everywhere. There's flies in the room, and like I'm like, what the fuck happened here? And they're like, it's not what it looks like. And I'm like, okay, try to explain this, motherfuckers. 2 people in a room with a dead body and the door was locked. What the hell do you think we're gonna think? And they're like, no. What happened was this guy, he was our setup guy, so we arrested him and we brought him in here for interrogation because we were gonna like beat his ass and interrogate him that way. So we couldn't take him to the real police station. So we took him here to interrogate him. And the motherfucking his partner, what happened was they were about to question him. The partner put the drugs on the table that they were going to question him about. And while the other dude turned his back, the other cop turned his back towards the door to lock the door. The dude swallowed all the drugs. He fucking grabbed the bag of drugs and swallowed it. So what happened was, apparently he grabbed the bag of drugs, he swallowed it. The other cop tried to stop him and he couldn't. And then the dude started choking or something. So then the cops thought, oh fuck, what are we going to do? So they ended up like fucking trying to save him, but they couldn't. So he died in front of them. So they're like, okay, the next best option is to cut him open to find the drugs. So they legit cut the fucker open.
Wow.
To find the drugs, and of course didn't find the drugs because the fucking body dissolved them. So it was all fucked up. Like it's like, what the hell happened here?
That was a smart idea.
And the cops, they're like involved with like some fucking gang or whatever. they're involved with like some fucking shady shit. These cops aren't like straight cops. They're like fucking like dirty cops or something. I don't know, man. But yeah. So that's kind of what happened, dude.
Damn.
And
There. I mean, I guess that was a gruesome scene when you walked in. What you're saying?
yeah, there was blood everywhere. Dude dead on the table, like cut open in half, legit from like his neck down, just cut open, dude. All fucked up, and the cops are covered in blood. And then you're like, "Where the fuck are you? Like, why didn't you guys just leave?" And they're like, "Well, because the gang was outside." And they're like, "Okay, aren't you guys cops?" And they're like, "Yeah, but we left our guns in the car." We're like, "What the fuck?"
What kind of cops are they?
Yeah,
Leaving
Leaving their
Tweedledum
gun in the
here.
car.
yeah, what kind of fucking cops are these? They left their guns in their car, so they couldn't fight their way out. That's why they called me for help. So they called some favor in, and one of the handlers, one of the guys that gives you like gigs, called me up and he's like, "Hey, I need you to do this real quick." So I did it. Anyways, that happened. So, but what I wanted to do with all that was that you would have, it may have happened in Starfield in a certain way, but it wouldn't have been as gory or as gruesome as it was in this game. You know what I mean? Like, you would have never seen a dead body sprawled out, guts hanging out everywhere, cops covered in blood, and all this crazy shit going on. You know what I mean? And, like, these cops are cussing, they're saying fucking shit and this and that. Like, what the fuck are we going to do? Excuse me. And, yeah, so it's kind of like very jarring how adult and mature and, like, explicit this game is compared to Starfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, the
It's
facial
very
animations I think are a little better because I was playing
this
both
game
games
is
yesterday.
way better looking than Starfield in my opinion. This game, I would say Cyberpunk is the pinnacle of what graphics can look like right now. The game looks fucking incredible, dude. I mean, you just see the level of detail in some of these characters and some of the animations and stuff. It looks fucking cool as shit. Yeah, so I've kind of just been dabbling around the side quests that I never finished in my main playthrough, and I've just been doing all these gigs and random shit going on, and a lot of them are deeper and like crazier than I ever would have imagined from before. You know, like they're just different. So, yeah, I like Cyberpunk a lot. I like Starfield a lot too. Don't get me wrong. Starfield is a great game. I'm not saying it's a terrible game or whatever. I'm not talking shit on it. I'm just saying that both games are rated M for mature. I think. I don't know. Is Starfield rated M? Maybe it's rated T for
Well, it
teen.
has
I don't
drug
fuck-
use, so it has to be, right?
Starfield was.
I
just
keep
hit it
getting
up.
busted
It
with the
was
drugs on myself
Yeah.
when I get scanned.
This game though, it's like gruesome, not but like so good. It feels like almost GTA now, dude. Like the future. They did a lot of the whole update they did to the game really does make it feel like a GTA in the future because now you can shoot your gun out your car. You can like shoot out your windows and shit and like shoot at people as you're driving by. You can do drive-bys. You can shoot at other cars. You can use a machine gun. You can use a pistol. You can shoot at the cops as you're running away from them.
Yeah, that was nice getting into like this first playthrough. I mean, right off the bat, like I just like I immediately got that light machine gun. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this thing's awesome." I don't remember that from my last playthrough in the beginning, like where I was like, "Sweet." Like you get 3 weapons. I mean, you've always gotten the 3 weapons and more, but yeah, like this thing's powerful. I like it. It's not like I don't feel like the enemy's a bullet sponge. You know, unless they're wearing armor, then that's a little different. Yeah, how far have you gotten, Mayo, in that Cyberpunk?
I restarted it and I got just right to where like right just after where Jackie dies. So not real far.
Okay. What are you
I
playing
just kind of
as?
wanted.
What's
I kind
your
of wanted. I went with the street kid again. That
Yeah,
was my
that's where I'm
original
at.
first playthrough, and then I went through a second time. I played the most under Corpo, but then I'm like went back to the street kid and started over. I just want to see the new menus, and it really felt better. Like the shooting and everything felt a lot better to me.
It does feel tighter. The shooting feels really good, man. Like even coming off of that from Starfield to this, the Starfield shooting is decent. It's not terrible, but the shooting in this feels a lot better, and it feels way tighter. Feels way more. Just feels better all around. Honestly, the game feels better all around. I fucking love Cyberpunk, dude. There was a reason the game was my game of the year when it came out. Yeah.
Damn, I remember when I was playing it on the OLED TV. Shit. That had to be like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm playing it on my monitor now. Obviously, it's a better monitor than what I was playing it on
Mm-hmm.
before. So it looks good, you know. It's not a. It's weird because this monitor kind of like doesn't make me want to have a TV in this room, you know. which is why I don't have a TV in this room. Because this monitor is fucking big as hell, dude. It's wide and it's big. So like there's no need for like almost a bigger screen.
What's your monitor size you have right now?
34? 34, I
But
think.
it's ultra wide, so it's pretty.
it's ultra
yeah.
wide.
It's pretty long.
So it's long. Yeah. Yeah. It's the ultra wide. It's the Alienware, dude. So yeah, it's a
Nice.
34 inch. It's like a curved ultra wide. So and my other one's a 32, but it's not an ultra wide, so it's more like a squarey looking 32 inch or whatever.
The 16:9.
Still curved. So they're both curved, but they're both big. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 32 is kind of a big monitor too, right? But the OLED, just the colors look so much better on the OLED.
Right. I still think about buying one every once in a while, but the price just has not come down on them yet.
What are they about? 1,200?
Yeah, they're about between
yeah.
1,000 and 1,200 range.
Yeah, I do see those every so often.
I think the cheaper one, the only difference is the cheaper one doesn't have G-Sync.
That would be a game changer for me. I would need to have that G-Sync.
Yeah, I think Brink, that's the one Brink got. Because he got the same monitor me and Iams did, but he ended up getting one that didn't have G-Sync on it. And I guess I never knew there was a one that didn't have G-Sync. Apparently, that's the one that's a little bit cheaper than the other one. And I think honestly, the price difference is like maybe $100 or $200 or something like that's the price difference. I never knew. I just bought whatever. I just if I would have known there was a cheaper one, I probably would have bought that one. Honestly, right? Because I think that one has FreeSync, and if you don't know, FreeSync still works with G-Sync. It's just different, It's not a native whatever thing,
Yeah.
But it still works with it. But yeah. Now, as far as people are probably going to ask, do I recommend the DLC for somebody that hasn't played the game?
And how far in are you so far?
The DLC, like I said, I just got the call back. So last time I played, I was doing the side quest. So, dude, I never I don't know if I suck at the game or like the enemies are just really fucking hard. Okay, so I have all these side quests, right, from my previous game, right? I'm level like 50 in my street cred, so I'm like maxed out on my street cred, and my player level is like level 30 something or whatever, level 30. And I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty high, right? And my street cred is kind of maxed out, so I should be good. So I started doing all these side quests. One of them was like doing a rock concert for Johnny and his old band. I did that. I ended up doing another quest, which was like the cop one. I ended up doing another one that was like, go find this dead body in a hotel because somebody's looking for him. And then I go and I find him in a fucking tub of ice or something. And I pulled him out. I threw him into the trunk of a car and quest complete. Okay, cool. And then I ended up doing another one that was like, oh, go pacify this fucking cyber psycho guy. And I'm like, oh, a cyber psycho. I've done these before. These are the crazy people that lose their mind and get all fucking batshit crazy, right? So I go fucking look for this guy. I find him in some fucking parking lot somewhere, like fucking people up. He's like fighting these other people in the parking lot. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So they all start shooting at him. I'm shooting at him. And he fucking throws a car at them. Like he picks up a fucking car and throws it at them like he's the fucking Hulk. And I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker can pick up a car.
Fentanyl in the future's no joke.
Yeah, I can't pick up a car, bro. This motherfucker can. That means this motherfucker's gonna fuck me up. And sure enough, that dude started fucking me up, man. He was like, he started shooting at me or hitting me or whatever the fuck he was shooting, like some fucking laser gun or whatever at me. It fucking wrecked me, dude. My health went from like 200, because my health is like at 300 or something. It went from that to 20 in like 10 seconds.
Gotta find cover, man.
I'm like, holy shit. So I ended up dodging him, and I ended up dying, actually. So I respawned, loaded back into the area, went back there. And then I ended up, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do this the smart way, okay? I'm going to jump on the roof of this building and fuck him up from the roof. So that's what I ended up doing, and I fucking hit on the roof of this building for 25 minutes. and I would peek out, and I would shoot at him, then hide, and he would spot me, and he starts shooting back, and I'd hide. Then I moved to the other side of the roof, start shooting back at him. He spot me, start shooting back at me. I'd hide, go to the other side, start doing it again. I did that for 25 minutes to finally take him out. 25 fucking minutes.
Damn.
I was like,
That was so Jesus, that was the first thing I did. That was the first thing I did once I got into the world, I was like, oh, go find the super psychos or whatever they're called. I'm like,
cyber psychos.
Cyber psychos. I was like, hell yeah, let's go do that. So I ran over there and there was a dude. I think that's where I got the light machine gun, but I didn't have it at first.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went up to him and I'm like, let's see what a melee does. It knocks him back a little bit, but he knocked my on my ass. He shot me a bunch of times, and then he jumped up higher on some fucking whatever structure and just started unloading on me. So like, I couldn't get back into cover quick enough to take a hypo for health replenishment. But yeah, I played it smarter too my second time.
This dude fucked me up.
The cool thing about it, like when you load back in, it puts you right there, so you don't have to travel to it.
So I ended up doing another mission. Okay, let me tell you about this other quest, guys. So this quest was some random quest that popped up, and it said, "Go find Judy." And I'm like, okay, who the fuck is Judy? And I thought it was Judy, like the Judy, the other chick, the chick from the club. No, Judy's like, she's living in Oregon or something, because I called her and she's like, oh, how's Night City? And I'm like, cool, it's good. And she's like, oh yeah. She was like, but it's nothing like Oregon. Oregon's so much nicer, and I'm in Oregon now, and I'm living out here with the hippies or something. I don't know. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then I'm like, oh, so it's not that Judy. So I go to this fucking house, doors locked, front doors locked, and I'm like, okay, maybe there's another way in. So I go to the back, and I look up, and I see one of the windows upstairs is busted open or is open. I'm like, okay, I gotta get up there somehow. So I jump up to the roof. I get to the window. I go to the window, and there's like blood in the bedroom. There's like blood on the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then Johnny pops up and he's like, oh, this don't look good, V. Like, this is some fucked up shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, man. Like, okay, let's keep going. We start searching the house, and then I find a computer, Mayo, and the computer has a camera feed, and the camera feed turns on, and there's the basement of the house, and it shows like a chair, like one of those chairs that the Ripper doctors use to like put cybernetic shit on you. Mm-hmm. And it's covered in blood, and it's all like creepy looking, like a Saw movie or something. But I see nobody in the room, right? I just see the chair, and it's kind of empty, and I'm like, okay, maybe somebody died here or something. I don't know. They got kidnapped or killed or something. So and behind me, there's a safe, and like it's like, oh, you got to find the safe, man. That's what Johnny's telling me. He's like, you got to find the fucking key to this thing, and he's like, it looks like it could be accessed with the key card. Like, you need to go find a key card. It might be somewhere in this house. And I'm thinking, what's the one place I haven't checked, man? The fucking basement, right? Mm-hmm. So I go to the basement, right? I'm all like calm, just walking down into the basement. I walk up to the chair, see nothing on the chair, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go around this other side of the basement, like because there's like little walls on the corner, like the chair's in the middle. There's like little walls, and there's like the outside perimeter, and there's like little walls, right? And like each corner has like a little wall behind. As I walk around one of those corners, some fucking lady is standing there with their back towards me. She's looking at the wall, and she looks all fucked up, man. She looks like she's wearing like a wife beater with like underwear on, no pants on. And then she turns around and looks at me, and she has like fucking blood all over her, dude. Like blood all over her. Or her fucking eyeballs are like red. They're like red fucking eyeballs. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she looks at me and she like grabs me. She's like, ah, she starts fucking screaming at me. And she fucking like lifts her arms up, and those fucking blade things come out of her arms. Those fucking whatever mantis blade things come out of her fucking arms. And I'm like, holy shit. And she starts fucking chasing me in the room, dude. And the fucking health bar shows up and it says 100%. And I'm like, holy fuck, she's the boss. I gotta fight her. So I pull out my guns, right? I start shooting at her. Dude, I'm barely doing damage to this fucking lady. She's fucking running at me like full, like a spider monkey, man. She's fucking coming at me, dude. And I'm like trying to run around the fucking chair. She's like chasing me around the chair. And I'm fucking running in circles around the chair. And I'm just fucking shooting at her with my shotgun. And it doesn't do shit to her, dude. I'm like fucking unloading full on with the shotgun, like point blank, dude. And she's like, she's not being fazed by it at all. She's like shaking that shit off like it's nothing. And I'm like, I unload like, I don't know, probably like fucking 20 shots at her from my shotgun.
I feel like you're describing something out of a Resident Evil game or something.
Okay, listen. This motherfucker went from 100% health to 94% health with 20 fucking shots. from a shotgun, dude. I like point blank range. I'm like fucking hitting her with some of these shots. Okay, maybe some I missed, but like I'm hitting her pretty good most of these shots, and she's not stopping, dude. So what I end up doing is I end up running outside the door. I run upstairs, and she's chasing me still throughout the house. And then I run outside, and I'm like, this is where I make my final stand. I can't let this psycho bitch out in Night City. I got to stop her right here before she goes and kills half the city or something, right? So I run outside, I stop, I turn around, I have my gun ready, right? I'm pointing at the fucking door. She don't come out. She walked right back into the basement. So when I go back in there all quietly,
You're out of the mission
sneakily,
area.
I go back into the sneaky fucking mode. I go back in there, and she's just standing there waiting for me at the fucking like.
She's just waiting for you.
She's like at the bottom of the staircase, just looking up,
100%
waiting
health.
for me, dude. Yeah, I'm like, holy fuck, that's scary, dude. I'm like, nope, not doing this bullshit again. I was like, I need to level up or something, dude, to go back in there. 'cause
YouTube it. That's where I'd go. Right? How do I kill this bitch?
Dude, that chick, I'm telling you, man, she fucked me up, dude. Like, it's like the other cyber psycho, dude. He fucked me up. I don't like, I'm telling you, I don't know, like, I felt like before I was doing pretty good in the game. I could hold my own against the big guys. And now it's like these motherfuckers are, I don't know, they're fucking me up. I don't know, like, if my perk system is fucked up. Maybe I didn't put the perks into the points into the right perks or something, or I don't know, dude, but
There
I'm
might have
getting
been.
fucked
It sounds
up.
like I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, Jesus. I'm going to say there was probably complaints that the game might have been too easy on the hardest difficulty, or just was it easy, medium, hard? I think there's only 3.
I don't know what difficulty. I think I'm playing on normal. I don't know, man, but this
That's where I'm
motherfucker
at.
is
I'm on
hard.
normal difficulty, but maybe because you're like you said, you're a higher rank, street cred and all that, so maybe they didn't quite optimize that for Night City.
I'm fucked. This
Hmm.
shit's hard. Yeah, it's fucking hard. I don't know, man. Like these fucking people are hard to kill. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I just been running around Night City doing my thing, trying to do these quests that end up getting me killed sometimes, and other times I'm just like, whatever, dude.
Man, you need
But
some
yeah,
drug protection, bro. You got to pop a few of those in.
I have all the drugs in the game. I'm taking everything. I have all kinds of shit, and it's still not helping me, man. I'm,
Damn.
I'm fucked. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep playing some more of that. I want to play more of it for sure. I want to finish that DLC. Is what I want to do. I want to see where that story takes me. Because the chick promises you that she can fix you. So I'm wondering, does that change the ending of the game? Or is it all bullshit? You know, is she just lying to me, Gunny?
Right,
I think
yeah.
she's lying to you.
Didn't they open up a new ending on the DLC? I thought there was
I
like
think
one
so.
new
Yeah,
ending.
I mean, that's what
So
it is. I
maybe
think.
that's something. Maybe that's what it is.
So I'm hoping that with this new ending for the DLC, that maybe V gets a happy ending because all the other endings are fucked up, man. I think one of them is kill yourself. The other one is put yourself in a chip, and then the other one is just live out till you die, which is the happiest ending of them all because that one you like leave with Pan Am or your girlfriend or whoever, and then you just leave and like just died like naturally because Johnny takes over your brain or whatever, you know? So yeah, that's those endings are all fucked up. Like the one with the chip in your head, like okay, like you're alive in a chip, but like even the people that put you in the chip tell you like, look, by the time we can like find you a body to put you in, like all the people that you know that are alive are probably gonna be long dead. You know what I mean? Like everything you know right now, all the people that are alive that you know in person are all probably gonna be dead by the time we put you in a body or something. And that's fucked.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Or the other one they give you is to kill yourself. So you go back to Night City and then you just shoot yourself in the head or something. I think that's what the option is. You legit just put a gun to your head and kill yourself. It's like, oh well, that's one way to end the fucking game, you know?
Yeah.
The
Probably
other
get
one
an
is
achievement, a trophy for it.
I'll blow your brains out or something. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah. So, like I said, this game is very dark, very gritty compared to like Starfield. But I do like Starfield. I like them both. But I will say Cyberpunk looks better, feels better. But Cyberpunk also had 3 years to get all this shit together, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
because I remember when they did that I feel like they did a pretty good graphical upgrade like about
Yeah.
more than 6 months ago,
Oh,
but
a long
less
time
than a
ago.
year. Like it was like, oh man, we did all this stuff and we added all these things, and like I feel like it was running smooth 6 months ago. Now an even bigger patch, right, along with the DLC.
Oh yeah.
So it just continues to get better every time.
I was looking at CD chart or Steam charts. This game
Yeah.
has grown so much in September. It's like I just closed it now, but it was up a couple 100%.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. This DLC probably brought back all the people, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I see a lot of
number
top streamers. They're playing that or
it's number 4 right now. It's
Yeah.
up
or
in
Counter-Strike 2.
September
whatever they
it was
call
up
them.
40,000 players, up 247%.
Yeah.
So quite a bit. And that's just on Steam, so
I would say, man, if you fell off of Starfield, if you fell off of Cyberpunk, go back to it now. Because I'm telling you, the game feels better, it runs better, it plays better. It is what Cyberpunk should have been at launch. Unfortunately, true, but it's still good. Like it's so fucking good. It makes a good game greater. Like it's so fucking good. I love it. I fucking love it. I do. I'm in love with this expansion. And with that being said, it's also heartbreaking to know that this is the last time CD Projekt Red will be making an expansion for Cyberpunk.
I was wondering about that. Like, I thought I saw conflicting. So they're going to go work on The Witcher 3 or 4, whatever it is.
Or yes.
But then I saw another article, Jesus, that said, oh, well, they want to start working on Cyberpunk 2.
Oh, they are also working on Cyberpunk 2, yes. But they're mainly working on Witcher 4 next, right? But I'm sure they have like a skeleton team like getting all the drafts ready for the next Cyberpunk game, which I'm sure those things have probably been already in the works for the last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
But now they're going full on. We're moving everyone over to the Witcher team now. Like everyone's working over here now on this project. All the big people, y'all going to work on this now. So yeah, that's kind of sad, because when this game first came out, they said that they were going to support it like they did The Witcher. So people thought there would be like at least 2 big expansions, a bunch of smaller DLCs, and while there was some other small DLCs that they did release for this, like the apartment one where you could buy apartments and like shit like that, they're just gonna leave it at what it is now. I guess they said, okay, this is it.
Yeah. And I don't know like the full details, like if they ever committed to, saying it, but I think it was just a lot of questions from the community and fans about, so is there going to be like an online component? You know what I mean? Remember that? Like, I don't think that
there
was ever, like
was.
their thing.
No, when it
speaking
first
for
came
them.
out, they had announced a multiplayer expansion coming.
Oh, that's right. They did. Yeah, they said it was going to be separate. I remember. Okay.
They said, "Oh yeah, we have a patch for the multiplayer coming," and then, but that's when all hell broke loose and people were pissed because they fucking released a broken game on consoles, and they scrapped
Especially
the
on
multiplayer.
PlayStation, it was unplayable for.
Well, on the Xbox One, it was unplayable, and then they scrapped that DLC. They said, "Okay, we're scrapping the multiplayer, and we're going to just focus on patching the game to get it to be able to play it on consoles," and they finally did. So there's that. With that being said, if you do own the game on the PC Mayo, which I know you do, and you link your CD Projekt Red account, which is your good old game account, right? If you have a GOG account, if you link that onto your Steam account, it'll cross save your profile. So if you buy it on the PS5 and you choose to play on your PS5 for whatever reason, you can carry your saves over from the PC to the console, etc.
Nice.
You can also jump from console to console, from PS5 to Xbox, doing it that way, or whatever. Right? I don't think it's on Switch. No, it'll never be.
I didn't see like a login. Maybe I'm automatically logged in.
Maybe, yeah, maybe you're automatically logged in.
I played the game.
But it is tied to your good old games account. So if you have a good old games account, which most people on PC do, because that CD Projekt Red's launcher or whatever, they're like PC store. So yeah, if you have that, you'll have an account and just log into it, and it'll say, "Do you want to be able to play crossplay?" And you just say yes, and then it'll say, "Okay, every time you save or every time you're about to shut off the game or whatever, we're going to do a quick upload to the cloud, and then you can download these saves on another console or system." So that's kind of cool, right? That's what it is. So, with all that being said, I really just played Cyberpunk. Played a lot of Starfield, a lot of Cyberpunk, like so much Cyberpunk, so much. Yeah. And my stupid gun, what's that gun called? Skippy, the little pistol that talks.
Oh
I
yeah, I
never
forgot
got
about
that gun,
that.
That
unfortunately.
motherfucker went from hardcore killer mode to peaceful mode or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't do the opposite. Like you start off
Yeah.
and you like.
Yeah. So when I started off, I picked hardcore killer mode, of course. And then it said like I was running around and it said like user, please, it said something about like notice to user, update installing. And I was like, what the fuck? And I pulled him out and he said, hey, I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna do a patch. And you're like, what the fuck? A patch for what? He's like, oh, I need to install a new firmware update. And it's like, okay. And he's like, okay, hold on. And he's like, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. And then he's like, oh, okay. Patch installed, peaceful mode activated. And it's like, what the fuck? He's like, well, I help you kill 50 people. And on program, once I kill 50 people, I have to switch over to the other mode permanently. And it's like, wait a minute, what? She's like, yeah, so now I'm in peaceful mode. So now he only shoots at people's legs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Where before he would only do headshots. Now he only does
Headshots, right?
leg
Yeah.
shots. And then I try to get him to like go back to the other mode. And he's like, no, you're not authorized to do that. I can't do it. I'm stuck in peaceful mode. I'm like, well, I'm never going to use you again, Skippy. Sorry, buddy. Yeah.
I forgot about him.
He's a cool guy. He talks. He's cool. He talks shit. Yeah, but I'm kind of over that now. So, what else have I been playing? Gunny, I played a little bit of a game called Becastled.
Yeah, I did the update, but I didn't play it yet.
So, a new update just came out again. Another new update this week. So this update was kind of big. They added hospitals to the game now for your soldiers. So during battle, your soldiers can now get wounded. You know, if they get killed or wounded or whatever. And then during the daytime now, instead of the church reviving your soldiers,
Which
the
takes forever.
The hospital does, which
Nice.
is actually slower than the church, but it's whatever. But yeah, they also added other things to the game where like you can now trade resources with other kingdoms. You could sell them or buy resources from them, and also your food is managed differently now. Like the way it's taken out, it's managed. You can like put wheat fields down. You could put down a bakery now. What else? What else? A bunch of different changes to the game, man. Like the knights and armor. Like if you have an army, you have to have barracks for the army. So you have to build barracks, and depending on how many barracks is how many troops you can have. So if you only have one barracks, you can hold up to 20 troops. If you have 10 barracks, you can hold up to, I don't know, whatever, 200 troops or whatever the fuck, you know, like it's like 50 or it's like 20 troops per barracks. I think it's 10 for the standard, and if you upgrade it, it goes to 20 or 25. So there's all that. Churches now create happiness, like the taverns. A bunch of other little shit like that, man. I was fucking around with it the other day. I was playing it, and yeah, that game was fun. It's fun for like a strategy, like kingdom builder strategy game. That's why I play it. That's why I like it. So that's why I get into it quite a bit sometimes. But yeah, so this week I look forward to actually checking out Assassin's Creed. Comes out Thursday.
Okay, because I saw some people posted on Twitter that they must have been playing review copies.
Yeah, it comes out Thursday. I'm gonna do it through Ubisoft Plus Play Pass.
Nice. Do the month rental kind of thing.
Yeah. Because I know I'm not gonna play it more than a month, so I'll pay $15 for this month, and then I'll never touch it again. Right? So
Maybe I
plus,
should do the same because that's now available on console instead of buying it.
oh fuck yeah, why not, dude? Because you get like the ultimate edition if you do it that way. You get like the super edition.
Yeah.
Why buy it when you can just rent it for? If you're not gonna play more than a month, Gunny, you just fucking rent it for a month for $15.
Yeah, because I don't play too many Ubisoft games these days.
And then rent like the
Watch Dogs Legions, but
and on top of that, you're renting like the best edition of the game. You don't got to pay $100 for it or whatever, you know. So you get all
that's
like
a
the extra.
good point. I should do that.
Yeah, you get all the extra DLC and shit, and the requirements for this game aren't very high for the PC side.
Oh, really? I haven't looked into it at all.
No, they recommend a 1060, a GTX 1060 or better, or an AMD Radeon RX 570 4 gig.
Oh yeah, low specs. I like that.
super low specs, an AMD Ryzen 5 1600 at 3.2 gigahertz or an Intel Core i7 at 4.4 gigahertz. I mean, these perks, these things are not like super high recommended requirements. Oh, those are minimum requirements. Recommended is it's not that much different. A 1660 Ti and a Radeon RX 5600 XT. Still not a lot of a difference. And then an AMD Ryzen 5 3600 or an Intel Core i7 8700K. 16 gigs of RAM is the recommended requirements. And only 40 gigs of storage, 40 gigs of SSD recommended. That's it. That's all you need, man.
That's kind of a small game then, maybe. Because wasn't the last one like a little bit bigger than that? I want to say it was like 70 or 80 gig.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
they
this
shrunk it
one,
down a little bit.
this one looks more akin to like the old Assassin's Creeds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more like the old ones. It doesn't look like one of the newer ones. So I wonder like if it's more linear, less open worldy, maybe a little bit more linear, maybe like more handholdy.
Well, this
Whatever.
might be a nice change, like a good change of pace.
I
Maybe.
kind of miss those old Assassin's Creed games. I know, you know what I mean, like the Brotherhood and not Unity, Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 2, 1. Those were all cool games, I guess.
Liberation. Yeah.
Liberation, Revelations. How many fucking Liberations? How many Asians did they have for Assassin's
I don't know.
Creed?
I was looking at the article the other day about just timelines. Like it was too much.
Mm-hmm. It's been so many games, dude, since like the first one came out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Still, Black Flag is one of the most memorable
I was just gonna
ones
say
that
that.
I
I was just gonna
have.
say Black Flag. They need to do a remake on that.
Black Flag and Brotherhood was one of the ones that I liked the most. I liked Brotherhood a lot. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was one of my favorite. I like 3 because of the setting. I like the whole the U.S. versus the British Empire setting. Like in the colonies and shit. That was kind of cool. I never did finish that one, and I have it on Epic as the the fucking remaster on Epic. I have it, so I could probably play it right now if I want. No, I don't have time for that, man. I got Cyberpunk shit to do and Starfield shit to do. I don't got time for this.
But I mean, this game's going to be a lot smaller, right? It's not this big,
I
huge
hope
open
not.
world game.
I don't know.
I forgot how many hours they said, but it's not. Yeah, it's not humongous.
Just look it up. Time to beat 20 to 23 hours.
That was it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
And if you want to explore most of the secrets, 30 hours maybe or 25 hours.
Perfect.
That's a good time. I think they realize we don't need a 300-hour game every fucking year.
Right.
I mean, it would have been to try to find every secret and letter and feather.
Dude,
and
like AC Odyssey and those fucking games, all those games are like 250-hour games, dude, easily.
Yeah.
Then you factor in all the fucking DLC and shit they released for them. It's a 200-hour game,
At least.
So, yeah, like this game.
I feel like that story really gets separated, because if you have to grind, to kind of get your levels up, to go in to take a stronghold, and then, okay, now you can continue the story. Like, oh, where were we in the story? Like, I forgot. Like, totally forgot we were doing this. Like, like, why bother having a story then, if you're just going to do it that way? So this makes a lot more sense.
But, that's all I played, guys. I mean, I'm going to play hopefully some more other shit. And I was playing Bomber Crew the other day, right? Doing really good. Doing really good, man.
I hear was in there.
Yeah. It never ends well, does it?
Dude, listen, I was grinding to upgrade my plane. I grinded for hours to upgrade my stuff. All of it got lost. All of it. Okay? In 1 2-second event that occurred. We did a mission where we had to go bomb some stupid fucking boats or something. It was some crazy mission. A lot of fucking dogfighting. Listen, man, we completed the task. Okay, we did it. We barely did it, but we did it. Okay, I'm coming back home to base, right? All my guys are healed up. I'm healing them up in the little bed or whatever. I'm repairing my plane. We're coming in for landing. What I didn't realize at the end of the fucking thing was the plane only had one of the landing gears, like the other one had broken off or something. So we come in for a landing, Mayo, and as we're landing, of course, the plane was going too fast. I don't know what the fuck happened. I've done these landings before where you land with one of the wheels and not the other one. I've done these before. We were fine. I thought we'll be fine. We're going to land. It'll be cool. What happens? We fucking landed and the plane blew up, dude. It fucking blew up. It blew up on the runway, and it said, "All my guys went from like it shows all their characters like what they're doing on the plane. All 4 health bars. It went KIA, 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 KIA,
Oh, no.
all down the list, dude. All my people were killed in action.
Generally
All
don't
of them.
survive when it blows up. Yeah,
I'm like,
unless it's the fuel tanks.
every one of them got killed in action. All of them. Like, I was like, if I would have known like it was that risky to land the plane on the fucking thing, I would have just flown the motherfucker out to the ocean and had the guy land on the water or something.
Did a Sully Sullenberger style type landing. Yeah.
Yeah, crash land into the water or something. Maybe maybe would have not blown up. I don't know. It's just fucking. It was so frustrating too. Like how, like I lost my plane, so all the upgrades I did to that plane were lost. All the gun upgrades were lost. All my people were lost. I'm like, I'm done with this game. I'm fucking done. So I rage quit so hard. I was so fucking mad.
I can see how that game can make you do that. Like,
dude, legit, man.
It's like
Because you
determined
try.
to make you lose.
Yeah, because you legit grind so long and so hard to level up your characters and level them up. You're doing these stupid little missions over and over and over, like the easy missions. You try to level them up, right? All for it to go wrong just for something so stupid like that, man. At the very last minute, too, of a mission, like thinking, okay, we fucking made it back from this mission. We did the objective. We got what we were supposed to do done. We're coming back home, only to fucking blow up on the fucking runway. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? It's like
I'd be
going
so
on
salty.
it's like going on a special mission to the moon or something, right? To save Earth. And you go through all this crazy shit to save Earth, and then you're coming back on the rocket ship back down to Earth, and it fucking blows up as it's landing on the runway. Like all this shit just for that to happen, man. I would be like, what the fuck? So annoying. So annoying. Anyways, I'm done. I don't even know. So why the fuck am I paying for PS Plus, Mayo? I don't even use it.
Oh, really? I've been using mine.
You don't claim your games? Some good games coming out this month.
What fucking games? I don't even know what there is. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Last month they had oh gosh, what was it? The GTA like game. It's not GTA, the other one. Saints Row.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Oh, that
new
new
Saints
one. Yeah,
Row
yeah.
is on there.
Oh, it's not new. But that studio shut down too. Sucks.
That was on there, and I claimed that. But I've been playing around with it a little bit. I actually started playing. I know this is on Game Pass as well. I started playing Sea of Stars on there on the PS5, and I'm really enjoying it. It kind of reminds me of I'm trying to think of the name of the game, like the old farming game. It's like a 16-bit graphics.
16.
Stardew Valley?
Stardew, yes, it reminds me of Stardew Valley and graphics and stuff. And the combat is very like it's turn-based, but it's like top-down view. And I don't know, I've kind of liked it so far. Like the combat is kind of interactive, so it's not just that whole you hit attack, you select a character you want to attack. Like when your character goes to hit, you can hit like X again when he strikes, and you can do like a double strike. And when the enemies attack you, you can hit X and you do a block if you time it right. And every monster has like different timing and stuff. So when you're playing it, you gotta try to learn the timings of them and stuff like that. So you're not just sitting there waiting, for the turn base and that aspect of you hit attack, wait for it to do its action, wait for the round to clear, and then you go on. So you gotta you can sit there and watch the screen, and you gotta try to time it to block. Or they have like a special ability. This one girl has this moon ability, and she throws her weapon, and it hits the enemy and it bounces back. And then you hit X at the right time, and you ricochet it back at him again. You keep bouncing it back and forth, and you can keep comboing. It'll keep hitting different enemies as long as you time it right to ricochet it back. But you have to. It gets faster and faster every time. So and it keeps hitting people and doing more damage and stuff. But so little things like that they add to the game that make that turn-based combat more interesting. And it's the storyline is kind of interesting. You just start off as these two little kids, and they're in training. And they're being mischievous, and they have a buddy of theirs, and they sneak into this little cave, and they're not supposed to go in there, and they figure out how to open it up, and the Grand Master finds them, and he's like, okay, you're ready for your training. And he takes the two main characters and away, and you're gone for 4 years training from your friend, and you come back and you're a little bit grown up, and you have your powers. They're honed a little bit, and they're sending you off on this great adventure with a third friend, he didn't go to training with you, but he was like off on his own, and he ends up finding you when you leave the city, and so he goes out with you as well, and you're going through, and you're just like the next thing you do, and you're going to learn magic without using magic, is what they call it. So like you're going to meet some person in this one area. So, I'm working my way up there, and it's I don't know, it's pretty neat. Like it's got some puzzles in it. The caves, like when you're moving around, it's top down. It looks like Stardew, except for you got like areas to cross, you got areas you got to jump and stuff like that. So you got to like figure your way through. You got to move some levers that make platforms move, so you can get to different places and stuff like that. And it's pretty good. I'm enjoying the little bit of it that I played. I kind of want to get back to it again tonight. So I was kind of surprised. I didn't really want to pick up an RPG that bad, but I figured I'd give it a shot because a lot of people were talking. It's getting good reviews. It's getting a lot of 9s, and I've heard some people like say it was like their game of the year. And I'm like, I don't know about that, but it is pretty good. I would say check it out, Jesus. I don't know. Like I said, you're probably not the big RPG type person, but
Is it something
it's
I'd enjoy? Because I didn't really see any gameplay. I just saw it initially. I thought it was just like an old school Final Fantasy. What's going on?
yeah. I mean, if you would like want to get into an RPG, it's definitely RPG like, but it's fun enough for me. Like I'm enjoying it. I would say give it a shot, Gunny, because it's on Game Pass,
Okay.
and it's
Yeah.
on PS Plus as well. So definitely check it out. It starts off really slow. Play till you get out of the first city. When you kind of you do your training and then you leave, and then you kind of get a good feel of the game from there, like how it's gonna go. Then other stuff I've been playing. I ended up watching the Gran Turismo movie. I remember you were talking about it
Oh yeah,
last time, and so I ended up buying it on my Voodoo account because it was out on
yeah,
Voodoo, and so I have it in like 4K with HDR, and it looks amazing. Like they did a really good camera work on it. It's like done in really high quality. Like certain movies on my OLED just really look really really good, and
yeah.
that's one of those. Like it looks really really good, and everybody was comparing to like Ford versus Ferrari. Like like it was really
Mm,
like kind of like that, and I didn't think it was as good as that. And I found I found it kind of humorous sometimes. All the things they would call Gran Turismo just GT, and they're like, it's not a game, it's a racing simulator. Because the dad was talking
yeah,
about playing video games, and
yeah,
they're like, this game was like perfect, and going on and on. Like they kept
yeah,
throwing out little things like how great Gran Turismo was. Like it's
yeah,
not a game, this is a true racing simulator. Like what's
yeah.
going on? But you're right. And you mentioned this too. It made me want to play Gran Turismo again.
I
Like,
totally did. I was like, I want to go play GT right now, dude. Like,
and so
I
I
want to play this
downloaded it
shit.
again because I had it uninstalled, and I started playing again, and I was doing pretty well. But seeing the trailers for the new Forza made me think of something that it now really bugs me in the Gran Turismo game, and that is the last race I did. Every race you have to start at the very back of the pack. And it's kind of
Yeah,
annoying because you have to fight your way through, say, like 20 cars on like some of the circuits. And like the
yeah,
one, you only get one lap. Like you get the Nürburgring, which is a long lap, but it's just like you have to fight through all the cars to get to the front. And the one of the last races I did, I was on Nürburgring. I finished second because I just didn't have enough time to catch the lead car. Like I had a better lap time than pretty much all the cars, but
yeah,
that first place car had like a quarter of the track head start, like because you're like so
yeah,
far back of the pack. It's like that really sucks. It's like I had to fight my way all the way there, and I'm running a better lap time than all the cars, you know, but I
yeah.
just ran out of track, know, unfortunately, which is kind of crazy. So it's like thinking about Forza Horizon, where you can actually do the placement, where you can actually do like qualifying races and stuff, so you don't have to necessarily
Yeah,
start in the back of the pack. So now it's starting to get me more and more hyped for the new Forza game. I'm like, now I kind of want to play this.
yeah,
I'm even thinking about maybe going and buying an Xbox. I don't have a Series X. I just have the old One X,
yeah,
and just so
These
I could
early
play that
access, man.
on the OLED, and some other games too. Maybe a little bit of Starfield here and there on the OLED as well. But I'm like, man, I really want to play this, and now I'm kind of bummed because it's actually coming out when I'm on vacation. I'll be flying out west, and so I have to wait a little bit even until I get back
mm,
there and get to check it out. But it seems like a lot of the stuff they've added to that game is good additions, and I'm really excited to see
yeah.
the new Forza now.
Yeah, Thursday's early access, so I'm gonna.
But Forza is a game, man. It's not a simulator.
Right. That's the funny thing. I mean, that Gran Turismo movie was so big on like, oh, it's a simulator. This is it's the world's greatest simulator, like
Oh
going
yeah.
on. And I'm like,
So this is so accurate to real life.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, but still, the music still bugs me. Jesus, I know I've mentioned this before, and as I kid you not, well, I don't know what the name of the song, but everybody knows that song, right? It was like the song that they play when like a bride is walking down the aisle.
Okay.
Like that's one of the songs in the game. I may go through the menus and that's coming
Yeah.
up. I'm like, what in the hell? Like why is this in my game? Like,
Well, you're going to notice that too with well, I don't know about the new Forza, but last one, Forza 7, like, it's got the unlicensed music.
it's just very, just very classical and just very, and I'm just like, give me something to get into while I'm racing and stuff. Not, I mean, it's super
You got to
quiet
play
in the game,
Spotify.
anyways. Yeah, like just have my own music on in the background, pretty much. It just, I'm excited for the new Forza. I'm trying to think what else I've been playing. Oh, I played a little bit of Lies of P the other day as well.
Okay.
Check that out. Didn't get real far. Definitely, I don't know if I'm a big fan of the Souls-like type game. It doesn't really hold your hand at all. You start off kind of moving to give you a weapon. They say, this is block, this is attack. You work your way around, lock on enemies, and you kill these little puppet-looking guys. They look like nutcracker like guards, and except for they have like weapons. They move real slow. And you go around, you gotta find this key, and of course, like this little mini boss or whatever has a key, so you have to like fight this guy. And I've had a couple of times he like killed me like 5 or 6 times in a row. Like I just would not notice my health dying, or he'd get like some hits in I wouldn't notice, and I'm like, oh shit. That does the whole
Mayo,
thing. Like you die and you start the whole level over again. And you're like,
what kind
oh
of
no.
what so there was like three options, and the way I took it when I looked at the screen was like kind of a smaller sword, you move faster, or the sword moves
Yeah,
faster,
there
and
was
then
like a
there's
couple of different sword options. I did the balanced one where it was like two different swords and there was like a balanced attack. It was like speed and power was kind of balanced. I
okay.
think there's like a speed version and then there's like a power version.
Okay, I went with the third tier on the right, which was like a heavier sword, which so I
Hmm.
don't think I have a
That's like a
block.
power. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have a block as well, but it
I
just seemed
wasn't
like
playing with controller, so
oh, you
I
wasn't
just
playing with controller. See, I was doing it with a controller.
I was just too lazy to grab it, so thought, let me just try this mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, it felt pretty good with the controller. I mean, I would say it's probably a good controller game. Just your left bumper is your block, and your right triggered right bumper is attacks. It's heavy and light attack. And but did you run into Gunny? Like it doesn't really tell you much. Like it just kind of like here you go.
Only
I
like
think
when
if
you
you're
first
familiar with a
yeah,
Souls
only when you
game,
first
you
pick
kind of
up
know.
like an item or something, and then when you pick up the item, like it just kind of shows you what it is or,
Hmm.
what it does, like, oh, this is for health,
Right.
but
I mean, it's
that's
weird. You had
about
like
it.
upper belt, lower belt. It kind of took a minute. Like, okay, this is this. This is that. 'Cause if you pushed up on your D-pad, you go to like your upper belt. You push down D-pad. You had items in your lower belt, and then you just had like a healing item. You had some little lantern type thing that you had on your back. It would kind of light up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that was, yeah, uh, the Bourne game had the light, right? Well, Elden Ring had it too, so probably all the Souls games have it.
Yeah, it seems very like the common thing, like the theme of all these Souls games is just like the same gameplay and same game mechanics, different environment is kind of what I'm feeling anymore
Yeah,
in these
yeah,
games. Like it's
that's the way I look at
and
it.
I think if you like any Souls like you're gonna like this because it's something new to play and it's on Game Pass, so you might as well check it out. But for me, it's not really my cup of tea. I'm gonna give it a little more time yet and just to see how much further I can get and see if it grows on me at all. But like I said, right now, I think pretty much Sea of Stars is going to suck up most of my time the rest of this week.
Yeah, I feel like with Liza P, like, hey, it's on Game Pass. I don't have to pay for it. So once it, really pisses me off and I can't get past a boss or something, delete. That'll be the end of it, right? For
Right, you're
me.
not really out anything.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, I didn't really lose much.
Hey, Gunny, I actually have my Game Pass open up. Did you realize that? Did you ever buy this game? Gotham Knights is actually on PC Game Pass.
Yeah, Ryan bought it, but I really didn't play a whole lot of it. So I only went into about 3 hours of it. And it's funny, like after I think the first hour and a half, it goes into like a tutorial. And it was kind of stupid. I was like, all right, this is kind of dumb. But I made it past like that tutorial thing. I think you have to complete it.
Gotcha. I may download that and check it out.
So I know it has co-op. I don't think it's like a multiplayer more than two people. Or you can just play it single player.
That's one of those games I almost bought multiple times and I never did. I kept waiting.
Yeah,
So
the
I'm glad to
combat
see
looks
it's on the
fun.
Game Pass.
Like even
Yeah,
in
it does.
multiplayer, it's the same single player type style stuff.
Yeah, something else to look forward to playing to a little bit. We got City Skylines coming out soon. We got Forza coming out soon. We got the new
Assassin's
Mario
Creed,
coming out, the new Spider-Man, all coming out this
Spider-Man
month.
2. Yeah, a lot of good
Busy
games
month.
coming. Can't believe it. It's almost the holidays. We're almost into November. Insane.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been
Halloween's around the
playing, Gunny.
corner. Yeah.
What about you over there? Pretty much, like I said, I've been playing Liza P. I did a little bit of Cyberpunk. I did a little bit of Sea of Stars and Turismo.
Yeah, so for me, while out of the country, just a lot of mobile gaming. The one thing like that I really wanted to play, but it had come out not too long ago, which was Final Fantasy VII. What is it? Something Crisis? Is it Ever Crisis or something? So there's already like a Final Fantasy, I think a 7 already on mobile. But this one's one of the newer ones. So it's kind of like Final Fantasy VII, you've got the old one, and then you've got the remake. It kind of grabs from both, I think, because it'll show, like, for example, I'm playing story mode, which is kind of cool. So far, like, I haven't run into any microtransactions, which they are there. It kind of lets you know, like, hey, we've got events, and you can buy all these things, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just playing story mode for now. Give me the free stuff. Which was kind of a hefty download, by the way. I want to say that thing was like 1.5 gigs to like play the full game or something. I was like, all right, might as well do that. I probably didn't need to for what I was trying to accomplish. But yeah, it looks okay. So they'll show like something from the older game, the original, and then they'll show like something current, from the remake. And so far story mode's pretty good. So I feel like it's pretty much in line, except like you're just like in this isometric view, almost a top-down isometric view from the character. So, yeah. So I'm just playing shit. I think I just playing like just on screen on the iPad. So that was with no controller, and so far that feels pretty good. The only gripe I think I have is, when it kind of just like it's always constantly teaching you new things and. Maybe there's a new enemy or like, oh, hey, you can also do auto battles. Like, just let us choose and we'll just battle it out for you. Where I'm like, maybe they've had that before, but I know that's a mobile thing. Where I'm like,
right.
Well, why would I want to do that? Like, this doesn't make sense. So maybe if you're constantly running into the same, police force, those enemies you always see, like, fine, I guess you could just auto battle it out for them because they're pretty easy to take out, unless it's like a boss or something, a harder enemy. Yeah, so I don't know if you're ever on the go. You're a big Final Fantasy fan. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. I highly recommend it. So, yeah, it's cool playing story mode. It's kind of nice. Get to play that for free. Makes me really want to get PS Plus to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I'm already like 7 hours into that game. So I'm like, fuck, I ought to just go buy it. I've been saying that. Like, I just need to get to Best Buy or just order it from Amazon or something. Just get me a new copy. Yeah, because I don't know if I'm going to get PS Plus, I should, though, because then I'd have access to more games.
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a bit of games on there, like, besides just the big PlayStation games. There's, a lot of it carries over. It's like the stuff that's in Game Pass as well, or it's been given away in Epic. It's kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
But it gives you another option to play it, or another place to play it, I guess.
Yeah, I think, what was in there? I want to say the original Spider-Man was in there or something.
Yeah, both of them are in there. The first one, the 2018 Spider-Man, and then Miles Morales is in there.
Yeah, because now I actually have to use the disc when I want to play Spider-Man. I'm like, damn, I don't have PS Plus, damn it. But yeah, I think that one's at like $17 a month as well. So
I thought about firing that one back up, the Miles Morales one, because I just played this main mission, the main storyline, and I finished it. I didn't do any of the bonus stuff. I thought about firing that back up right before the new one comes out to get a feel for it again.
When is Spider-Man 2 coming out? How soon is that one?
The 20th of this month. Okay. So 18 days.
Nice. Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, like we talked about before, it's been, Starfield and Cyberpunk, but I was talking to Jesus yesterday about Starfield. I was like, all right, Jesus, I really don't want to YouTube some things right now, like, and get too many spoilers. Like, how do I get like my shielded inventory so I stop getting in trouble with like some, I don't know. I think it works with like, so if you have like stolen art or even a stolen pencil, I think that's considered like contraband. I could be wrong on that, because like when I, fast travel to a planet, it's like automatic, right? You just get scanned depending on where you're going. or to what planet it is, and it'll be like, hold on, don't go anywhere. You're getting scanned. Oh, you have some illegal shit. So what do you want to do? You want to go ahead and try and make a run for it? I'm like, hell yeah, let's do that. When you try and do that, like in my situation where I'm like, what, level 11, 12? And it's like 3 ships are like level 30 and they just demolish me.
Yeah, I hear everybody say they don't have a stand a chance. You try to fight them until
Nope. I
you
tried
really
it
build your
3
ship up.
times and I'm like, okay, there's no real strategy here because I've just got the a ship with a couple upgrades on it, and I'm not gonna. You can't even like get away. So I mean, you can actually try to get away, but they will come after you. So you'd either have to keep running forever, right? I think eventually you just die. So probably run for a few hours. But yeah, you're better off just pay the fine. You end up in the jail, which is where the planet or where you wanted to be in the first place. I'm sure. So yeah, that's been my experience. Yeah, Crimson Fleet still doing that mission. Man, I feel like that mission is long. So I'm kind of at the part, Jesus, where am I at? I had to buy the VIP pass to get into the back bar to talk to this chick about getting a key card to the power plant. So I was like, man, this thing is costing me a lot of credits here. But one thing I know I got to keep in the back of my mind, Mayo, is when you're playing this game. So, for example, I wanted to go dig up some dirt on this person so she would just freely give up her access card. But one of the things I always failed to do is taking an item to increase my influence. Because if you don't, right, if you don't take that, right, if you don't boost it, then your chances of failing are pretty good. So I ended up failing that. I'm like, fuck, I totally forgot to take my the fucking buff or boost for it. I'm like, shit. So I went back and it's like one of the options is, kill her, attack her. But I'm trying to think, I don't think I even had to kill her. I can't remember what happened. Oh, I paid her credits. That's what I did. I was like, fine. I'll just give you like whatever credits you're asking for. It didn't even show up on the screen. So I was just hoping it wasn't a lot. So as far as I know, it wasn't. And I was like, okay, good. Thanks for the card, lady. And then, yeah, then you're going down into the sewer and trying to sneak around. That didn't last long, because there was like a lot of enemies, and yeah, I just kind of blasted my way through there. Didn't stop for too long to say hi or have tea with anybody. I was like, all right, I got the shit that I needed. So I completed that part pretty quick. So yeah, I was like, hell yeah. Ended up getting a lot of credits for that. I was like, sweet.
Nice.
So I thought I was going to be going in there and just like trying to hide from enemies and pick everybody off from a, duck and cover kind of thing. It's like, I just ran in there. They were just all shooting at me. Ran past, got my shit and ran out. It's like, sweet. That's cool. You get to play the game that way. But one thing I did do, Mayo, was I boosted my shit first. I was kind of not immune, but you're just like getting armor basically for, taking less damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, give me them drugs, man. I'm going to take it and fucking run through there. So, and I increased my movement speed. So that was another helpful thing. So that felt pretty good, man, going in there like that. I was like, fuck. So I always keep those and all that stuff on hand. Yeah, movement speed and, take less damage. So yeah, back on my ship, back to the Crimson Fleet, report in, on to the next mission. Hell yeah. No, I haven't done any, like I said, I haven't made any bases yet or anything like that, or just ship upgrades for now. I'm sure after that I'll do that and then go back to the main mission, start a new game plus, because that's what everybody recommends, right? They don't even recommend.
I've been hearing that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they said do that, do your new game plus, and then just go to town for 100 hours. I'm like, okay, sounds like a good plan, but I am just playing it the way I want to right now. So sticking with that Crimson Fleet mission. But yeah, I was watching Ghost Nico. He was streaming it yesterday on Discord and doing some pretty cool, like making his ship look even better. So that was pretty nice, man. Like just having all those, the crafting tables and the galley and just, everything you can do, just do it right on your ship. You don't have to fast travel to a place to, take care of all that stuff. So can't wait till I get to that point. Really get a nice ship with all the stuff that I need. But yeah, Cyberpunk, started a new game. Yeah. Matter of fact, it's kind of weird, Jesus. So right now it even says like, the fucking Liberty thing is downloaded, so you got to go back to the main mission. I'm like, downloaded? Maybe it just automatically does that because I didn't buy the DLC. Which is kind of weird.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that is weird because I didn't have anything like that.
Yeah, it even says it right on the screen, which is odd. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you playing this on?
the Xbox Series X.
Would maybe Orion bought it maybe and then
Maybe he did. He would have told me. Yeah, it says Phantom Liberty's downloaded, so you got to go back to the main mission.
Hmm.
I guess if he bought it, it would be on my system.
I don't know if I recommend trying it out though right away. I don't know how it scales like in difficulty. I don't know if you need to be like leveled up. Maybe it'll just scale to you. I don't know.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm traveling to it as we speak right now, so I'll find out if it's actually on there. But let's see, anything else? Oh, the only other thing I really played a lot of is, my new favorite game, which is obviously Project Zomboid. Always playing with mods, always starting new games. I'm always doing the backup saves just in case I actually like the mods that I have and the progression of where I'm at. So far so good. I've actually got, for the first time, my son even came in here because he bought it last week so he can play with his friends. So we haven't played multiplayer yet together, but eventually, yeah, we're going to start a new world, new save. But I've got a semi truck, Jesus, and a trailer with it. So that shit holds like 1,600 items. I'm like, fuck yeah, man. I've been filling it up. I've been going to houses, filling that up with food and ammunition, because I am playing in the sandbox mode. So I have ammunition, whether it's civilian or military, which can spawn in houses. It's not every time, but once in a while you'll come to a house and you go into the kids' room, and in the cupboard it's full of fucking ammo boxes, full of 7.62 and 38 and 45 rounds. I'm like, hell yeah, good kid. Thanks for saving that for me. And it always comes with at least 4 different guns. Yeah, so I'm taking all those boxes, the big metal boxes. I'll fill that shit up with my inventory, which is another cool mod where I don't have it on like super complete easy. So in my bag, everything weighs 75% less. So I can really fill up that bag with a lot of the ammo canisters. And, I'll take that back to the truck, and fill up the semi truck. So kind of cool, just kind of getting around in a big old fucking semi truck, man. It's fun. Got my cowboy hat, got my music playing, and yeah, I think the gun I've been using the most it's the Mossberg. It's only 2 shots, but it's really effective. So, one thing is, Mayo, you got to get those zombies when they're just kind of like in a pack.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got to make some circles. Like I've watched enough streamers where I'm like, okay, like they can never, like if you're walking, they can never catch up to you unless I think they're called runners. So they're very like they don't pop out that much. I want to say they're not even in the vanilla game. Maybe as the days go by, they'll have runners. So the days are pretty slow. I think 1 day's an hour, like 1 real hour in the game. So depending on like when you sleep, I think when you sleep, you're really only sleeping like 8 or 12 hours. I've never actually checked. It's not like a full 24 hours, right? So when you're tired, you're tired. It could be daytime, could be nighttime. And, obviously the more tired you become, the less effective you can do shit, right? Whether it's aiming or reloading or walking or eating, you just feel like shit. And, you've got the whole health system thing going on. So yeah, one of the mods is that 75% less. I thought I put ammo to 0 or 25% less because I didn't want the game to be super easy. Right? I thought, because that gets kind of boring where I'm like, all right, that's just too damn easy if I'm carrying like, 1,000 pounds of ammo. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, but yeah, man, so far I'm really fucking loving this new save. So as long as I don't die, that's when I'm like, all right. So I got to make sure I save like every 2 hours, and not the best, man, when you don't have it on an SSD. So I've got the game like on the hard drive, the regular old spinny hard drive, and yeah, takes about a minute and a half to save it every time,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, because it's not part of the game. It's something you have to go into, the C drive user, go down to. It's not even in the save games. It's like on its own. Yeah, so that's going to keep me coming back to that same save to reveal more of the map, and yeah, I always seem to have the same settings where the gas shuts off in I think a year. Along with the electricity. So I want to keep food fresher, longer. Because eventually, right, what's the end game? Get all my generators, get those working, get enough fuel in barrels. I don't know if I'll ever make it to that, but that would be awesome if I can ever do that. That's probably more like 40 hours into the game, I don't think I've ever lasted more than 7 hours realistically, before I died. But one of the cool mods I do have is it's called They Knew. So these random zombies, which I increase the chances of them popping up. So I do see them periodically, which they're wearing like this special suit. So when you kill them, you can take it like some Zombrex. I'll just call it that. It's got a weird name to it, and it's in it like a glass capsule. So let's say you do get. I think you got to take it after you get bit. I don't think it's something you do beforehand. In the vanilla game, I think that's called beta blockers. So you would take that, and then if you do get bit, like you've got a good chance of actually living. So because you can patch yourself up and disinfect the scratch or the cut, but I think in the end, if you get too many at once, then it's just fatal, right? Like you might last 2 more hours and be like, what the fuck happened? Like why does my health keep going more and more down? Because then you're infected. It doesn't quite show, like in the vanilla game, like that you are. You just know that you are. So yeah, I want to increase those chances of survival. And that's my goal. That's my goal in this game. Get a nice home and build a big fence and fuck yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing. Little pinball effects, a little bit of everything, even on Steam. So that's all I got, guys.
All right.
All I'm
Well,
playing.
that's good. How about you, Mel? You good?
Oh yeah, pretty much kind of ran through it there real quick.
All right. And real quick, I also did play Payday 3, but I mean, Payday 3 is just like Payday 2 and Payday 1.
That's why I
It
downloaded
really
it, but I
is.
haven't played it. And I heard the servers are kind of crummy until less people stop playing it, which is weird, but they didn't have enough servers in the beginning.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just Payday 2, Payday 1. It doesn't really look any different. Really, it doesn't. I don't even know why the hell they call it Payday 3. They should just call it Payday.
You know what? It's payday
Consider
for
it
the developer
patch.
because I think when they start introducing, correct me if I'm wrong, but like the skins that they'll put like a whole bunch of stuff like shirts and hats and shorts and shoes, and they did that in Payday 2. And I mean a lot of that shit they gave away way after the game was released, but I assume it's going to be some paid shit in the beginning. So that way when they make Payday 4, it'll look like Payday 3, which looks like Payday 2. Yeah. I don't know. They'll introduce a few more maps, which is the same thing at the end. I don't know. It didn't excite me or anything, but I will play it. I've got it downloaded on the Series X or PC. I can't remember. One of the two. Yeah.
But yeah, I played Payday. It was on Game Pass. It's cool, I guess. Well, if you got Game Pass, play it out.
How many players was it? Do you remember? Was it?
4.
Yeah.
Anyways, we want some more things. It's news time. Big news the last 2 weeks. But start off everything with some Sea of Thieves news. Sea of Thieves now reportedly is going to get a single player mode. Yeah, single player. Coming in December. Safer Seas is a mode that's meant to be a complementary way to play Sea of Thieves. So it'll evolve. It will not evolve with its own unique features or content. Reputation and gold will be earned at just 30% of the rate in the high seas modes, and trading company progression will be capped at level 40, so you cannot earn the Pirate's Legend rank or whatever in the Safer Sea modes. So yeah, all progress up to level 40 in all trading companies except the Reaper Bones and Athena's Fortune. You earn gold and reputation at a reduced rate, so you earn seasonal renown at the same rate as high seas. You can play through all the Tall Tales solo with your friends, and you can work towards applicable commendations and achievements, purchase cosmetics from the Outpost and Sea Post, and you can invite any of your Xbox Live friends into your session. If you are looking to play in the high seas modes, which is like the regular 15th mode, you can become a pirate legend. You can earn reputation and gold for Athena's Fortune and the Reaper's Bones. You get hourglass faction battles. You can captain your own ship. You can sell as part of a guild. You can sell as a trading company emissary. And there'll be live events such as Golden Glory or whatever, and like the forts and stuff that appear. Anyways, pretty much it looks like this is just the mode that they're gonna have for people that want to try the game, but don't want to necessarily get into like a game and then lose everything because you're going back to port to sell stuff and then you get attacked by a random ship of pirates that fucks you up. That's what it seems like, right, Mel? Right.
Yeah.
And other stuff. Epic Game Studio, Mel. Epic Games.
Mm-hmm.
Big forest owner over there. Tim
Yes.
Sweeney.
All the forests in North Carolina.
Yes, all the forests in North Carolina. Okay, listen, all that forest, man, costs money. Okay, all of it. You know how much money it probably costs him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cost him a lot of money. So he had to make a tough choice. He could have got himself a pay cut, but
Ooh.
instead he made he made the even more difficult choice to fire about 830 employees. That's right. Fortnite developer Epic Games is now expected to lay off 16% of its workforce, Gunny. In a statement from Tim Sweeney, Epic has confirmed the layoffs will impact around 830 employees. He wrote that the company intends to sell Bandcamp, an independent music storefront company Epic acquired just last year, to music licensing platform SongTrader, and spin-off Super Awesome, which is a kid tech company that specializes in creating safe online experiences for kids. He also explains that the layoffs are a result of the company spending way more money than we earn. That's what he said. Notably, Sweeney did not apologize to his employees for making the business decision that have resulted in the disruption of over 800 lives, saying only that his optimism that such spending would not result in layoffs was unrealistic. There were rumors that Epic was expected to implement layoffs earlier this year. According to The Verge reporter Alex Heath, the company was seeking investments and speculated layoffs as a means to reduce expenses might make it easier to raise funds. Says here, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking here because I saw two conflicting things. So I think it is around 900 employees. I think that was the final tally on the 16%. But didn't they just buy like they announced what, like a year ago they were buying a fucking old mall so they can move like everybody into one building? I mean,
Yeah,
one kind of central location.
Hey, listen, motherfucker, you. Forests cost a lot of money.
Sell the forest.
We're spending too much money, guys. I bought too much forest. I need to fire a lot of you now because I bought too many forests. I own too many.
Burn the forest down. I don't give a fuck. Okay.
You guys can go live in my forest as hobos. This is what I give to you, my people.
Yeah, go be homeless in the forest. Yeah, makes sense.
I mean,
but I won't pay you.
Isn't that sad? This motherfucker over here buying forest and shit. Now he has to lay off 1,000 people almost.
Damn.
So that happens,
What
man.
is it? I mean, do you think it's just like, I mean, obviously, right, trying to raise capital money for whatever, I don't know, the next game or fucking Fortnite 2 or something, whatever the project they're working on. I don't know. Come on, Tim, sell. What do you mean expenses, man? What are you buying toilet paper for the office?
Listen, that's
Shit.
a lot.
All that money you're making on Fortnite and microtransactions and lawsuits
that's a lot
and
of
fighting Apple in court like a baby. Come on, jeez, ridiculous.
Yeah, well, sorry, Gunny. It's just fucking sorry, dude. What do you want us to do?
Yeah, reading here, Fortnite taking off. Like, yeah, the cash that they bring back in, it's disgusting.
It sucks.
Yeah. No, but I saw even today where the Worms developer, what is it, Team 17, they laid off a bunch of people. Not 900, but like a one full department. Oh, it sucks. I hope they could get a job somewhere else, closer to home, working in the same.
That's
industry.
one thing I would never want to do that job, man. Game development.
Yeah,
those fucking guys get fired so much.
they do,
the
huh? Like once the game's done,
right?
You
They're
know,
always
well,
moving around.
unless it's like a sequel or a trilogy, yeah, it's kind of a one and done sort of thing. I don't like that. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to do that job either.
Yeah.
No.
Seems like they're done. Once you're done, you're fucking done. Why? It's like you have to move all your shit
Yep.
to a new city, and then
We're
you
going to
get
North
fired.
Carolina. Next, we're in fucking Seattle, then Canada.
Yeah, like fuck all that, dude. That would suck as a job. That would fucking suck. In other news, Paradox reveals Foundry, which is a procedurally generated factory sim that looks like a mix of Factorio and Satisfactory, and you can play it next week. That's right. Right? Published by
That's for me and
Paradox
Ghost Nico.
Interactive and developed by new studio Channel 3 Entertainment, Foundry flops you on an infinite, procedurally generated world and tasks you with building a stupidly large factory. It is a voxel deal, and Channel 3 boasts that every block can be destroyed or replaced with either buildings or new terrain, so you can terraform the place as well as covering it with industry. So firing up a new game will generate a brand new world containing different biomes like jungles, mountains, and you'll be able to build inside said mountains too. You can create underground factories and mines.
Ooh,
And
yes.
yeah, it is going to be
Man,
a first-person perspective. And so there's that. And
that is music to me and Ghost Nico's ears right there.
says
What's
here,
better? Open world, different biomes. I love it already. I haven't seen it yet, but
you
I'm
can even
excited
make
for it.
robots that help you manufacture things and mine and do shit like that.
Fuck yeah.
The multiplayer is limited to 2 to 4 players at best, but there are currently no player limits on a map. But they say that 2 to 4 is like the sweet spot. But you could have 300 people on the same map if you wanted to, I guess. Yeah. Okay. There's that. Comes out next week, I believe. Yeah.
All about it.
You want some more news here? More news. What other news do I have? Oh, our friend Jim Ryan.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was retiring.
Oh yeah, good old Jim.
Good old Jim, our friend over at PlayStation Jim. We all know Jim. Okay. He's over there. Okay. He's chilling. And he is now leaving Sony. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
So do you think this is all like fall out of that whole lawsuit and all that kind of stuff? Like,
I don't know.
That's what I remember Wingman 709 Mark was talking about that. Like he said it several times. So he still does his little gaming podcast on YouTube, and he's mentioned it here on this show where he said, "You watch at the very end, he's either going to get fired, but he didn't get fired. He's retiring." But I mean, the dust hasn't even settled. It hasn't even been signed, but he's already announced a retirement date. Like the acquisition hasn't even gone through. But I'm like, wait a minute, Wing, you were right. Like he didn't actually get fired, but he does have a retirement date. I think it was February of next year. But yeah, who knows? Maybe he's just always had this planned out, and now's the time to announce it.
Yes. Anyways, yeah, he's announced his retirement. Says here, says here, Sony apparently as a company isn't very comfortable at the moment with the direction that he's taking the company in. They apparently do not like the fact that he had pivoted the company into a games as a service publisher, developer, seeing as the company feels like a lot of people feel like in the company that they're not set up to make games for games as a service type games. And they say like we're tailored to make great single player solo stories and experiences. We're not designed, or we're not used to making the games you want us to make, Ryan, which is games as a service, live service games, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I mean, this is even after last year they acquired Bungie for $3.6 billion, and they announced that Bungie would make a bunch of new fucking games for them in terms of live service game development. And Sony as a team or whatever, as a company, PlayStation Studios said they would make more than 10 new live service games over the next 4 years. 10 games in 4 years that are live service games. That's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
So I think the company is not feeling comfortable with that move. So with that being said, he'll be retiring next March after nearly 30 years with PlayStation. And his official title is President and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. He took charge of PlayStation division back in February of 2019. He previously used to run Sony Computer Interactive Europe. In a statement announcing his retirement, Ryan wrote, "I've relished the opportunity to have a job I love in a very special company, working with great people and incredible partners, but I found it increasingly difficult to reconcile living in Europe and working in North America. I will leave having been privileged to work on products that have touched millions of lives across the world. PlayStation will always be a part of my life, and I will feel more optimistic than ever about the future of SIE. I want to thank Sony CEO Kenichiro Yoshida for placing so much trust in me and being an incredibly sensitive and supportive leader. So yeah, according to this, he's doing it for personal reasons. I mean, people are speculating that that's not the reason why he's doing it, but he has to have like a reason, right? Why he's retiring. So they're saying that's his reason, but the real reason is because the company doesn't feel comfortable moving forward with all these live service games. So there's that. We'll see what happens in the future. As far as the new PlayStation CEO, who's it going to be? They already announced it's going to be Hiroki Totoki. Okay, he will become the CEO of SIE until a suitable successor can be found.
Hiroki
Hiroki Totoki.
Totoki.
Okay, Hiroki Totoki. Okay, he currently runs the Sony Group Corporation. President, he is that, and he's the COO of that as well.
Is he a gamer? That's all I want to know. Because Jim is not, and Jim's not coming to Xbox. We're not letting him work there. We only want gamers.
Hitori Totoki. I don't know, man. I'm trying to look here. Is he a gamer?
Does he have a LinkedIn? What's going on? Yeah. Who is this guy?
Who's this guy? You know what? I should look up his LinkedIn. Here, fucking right. I'm gonna look up his LinkedIn. Copy. I'm gonna find this guy. All right, let's see here. I'm on his LinkedIn right now. It's all in Japanese. Can you guys translate this for me, guys?
No, yeah, Gunny can. He's the expert on foreign language over there.
It's all fucking Japanese, Gunny. I
only
can't
know
read this shit.
Hindi, Spanish, and Tagalog. Japanese unknown.
I can't read this shit. It's all in Japanese. Yuroki Totoki. I don't know, man. Okay, listen. He's from Japan. He has to be a gamer. It's like in their blood, isn't it?
But is he going to be the CEO of North America?
For a while, yes. While they find While they find like a real CEO. Maybe they'll fucking hire Phil Spencer. What do they do that?
Yeah. Maybe Major Nelson can go over there, right? He's kind of not doing anything at the time.
Yeah, they hire Major Nelson to become the CEO of PlayStation. No. What if they hire the dude who's leaving Activision?
Oh gosh.
Is it Bobby Kotick?
Bobby, yeah.
Kotick.
Oh, shit.
They hire him because he's leaving Activision because it's getting bought out by Xbox. So he's going to leave when they do that. And they hire him to run PlayStation.
Yeah. Fuck.
There you go. You can find, he's a CEO, big company. You can run PlayStation.
I almost said it, but it's not like that company needs turning around or anything. He would definitely, they're already profitable, but he would make it more profitable, but he would be a problem.
Yeah. In other news, let's see here. Big other news here. Xbox, of course, has leaked all their shit to the FCC, and new consoles are coming next year. They said so. These consoles are leaked, and they were spec'd in the leak documents to release next fall. Now, This is a new revamped, a new and improved Xbox Series X and S. Okay, all digital. Both of them are all digital. They have a cylinder shape. It looked like air filters or something. Okay, but listen. These things have motherfucking more internal storage, Mayo. So the Series X will have a 2 terabyte hard drive in it. It will have a USB-C front port. It will have a new Wi-Fi radio signal with support for Wi-Fi 6, 6E. It will also have a whatever fucking better improved fucking power energy efficiency or whatever. Okay. And it will also have a new standby mode where it reduces the power by 20% on the standby mode of what it currently does on the current consoles. And we'll see here, 100% recyclable packaging. Wow. But with this, Mayo, also a new controller was leaked.
Yeah.
This is the new Xbox controller, Project Sibyl.
Kind of funny. This is some of the stuff we was talking about last week that they needed to
Yeah.
make.
Of course, yes. They have, of course, the biggest changes to the controller will be so rechargeable and swappable batteries, recycled materials, blah, blah, blah. You can repair them, whatever, disassemble them. It has new modular thumbsticks. What else? They're supposed to be quieter in terms of the button presses, but the big ones are haptic, personal or position haptic feedback, and then haptics on the controller itself and speakers. So the haptics will double as speakers. And it will also have Bluetooth direct to cloud connectivity. So it will directly connect to like a Wi-Fi signal. So it will directly connect to like cloud service or whatever, like Microsoft's cloud shit through the internet. Sort of like your device, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's something I
this-
don't completely get how that works, but I know what it means. I mean, like I know they're connected
I'm
to the
assuming you
cloud, but
connected to your Wi-Fi, kind of like how the
yeah,
I'm gonna assume it's how the Stadia controller worked, because the Stadia controller
yeah, it's the same way.
you didn't connect it to your phone, you connected it to the Wi-Fi. There was an app on your phone to control the controller, but the controller itself, you like put in the password on the app, and it would connect the controller to the Wi-Fi signal
Mm-hmm.
to
So it
lose.
just eliminates having to connect with one thing.
Yeah, it'll eliminate having to connect it to your phone or your iPad or whatever, you know. Yeah, so there's that. And then of course the Series S was also announced, or not announced, but leaked. Microsoft also stupidly somehow leaked the roadmap to the year 2030. So all their
Yeah.
plans.
I didn't even
Uh,
read the because I'm like, really? Like, and then they eventually
yeah.
gave him the correct information. Yeah. Minus
All
200
the
pages.
Yeah, so they apparently plan a new console in the year 2027. So a revamp next year, and then 3 more years, then we get a new console in 2027.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. So, all right, we'll see what happens, man. Are you excited, Mayo? You gonna wait for this new
I'm excited for the controller because it's something
Xbox?
more on something more on par with the Sony controller.
Oh yeah, I'm
The
excited
sound
for it
coming out
too.
of it and stuff like that. And I was thinking about this the other day. Like we all seen the pictures of it, right? It's like black and white. I got a feeling that's just because of the X and the S. Like how the S is white, and so like the bottom of the controller is white, or the top of it is white, and then the black is the X, and so they can kind of make it match both consoles, and they just left it black and white. So
So you could just throw it in whichever one. Like fuck
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
like it's kind of it makes
Yeah.
it universal, and it kind of matches both, and
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it looks like a cool controller. Like having the sound and stuff like that is something. I
We
was
talked
saying just
about
that
that a
last
month ago.
episode. Yeah, like it's something that they
Like
needed.
it needs a microphone. Yeah. I mean a speaker.
Yeah, so it'd be a great addition.
And the haptic feedback.
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever their version of it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too excited about the rechargeable. Like it's okay. Like I'm fine with the being batteries, but the lift awake. We'll see how that works.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
hear
you
a lot of
want
people
some
saying like, "Oh, if you go to move it to clean or something like that, then it turns your Xbox on."
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
I'm
there's
sure
probably going
it's
to be a
probably
setting for that,
yeah.
like that would have it not do that.
Anyways, in other news, if you're looking for a new credit card, Xbox may have one for you. The Xbox credit card, which was announced in September, is now available in select users in the United States. It is the first Xbox credit card, and there are quite a few particulars you might want to know about it before applying. So here you are, Gunny. What is the Xbox MasterCard? It is a credit card created by Microsoft in partnership with Barclays, the bank that also backs JetBlue's popular credit card. The Xbox MasterCard allows cardholders to make purchases on whatever they want, with Barclays providing the funds up front and the user paying their statement each month to avoid interest charges, late fees, and whatever. How can you apply, Gunny? The Xbox MasterCard is available only in the United States as of right now. Only Xbox Insider members are eligible. The Xbox Insider program is free and open to everyone. And in addition to perks like being the first to get an Xbox MasterCard, it also lets you test Xbox updates before everyone else, among other perks. So to get started, you have to join the Insider program, sign in with your account details on the Xbox MasterCard website, and then complete the application on their website for Barclays MasterCard. Once you do all that, okay, like other credit cards, this Xbox MasterCard allows users to earn card points on their purchases. So, here's a rundown on the point system. You get 5x points on purchases from the Microsoft Store, 3 times points on streaming services like Netflix and Disney Plus, 3 times on dining and delivery services like DoorDash and Grubhub, and 1 point on everyday purchase. Okay, so this is the 5 points covers games sold on the Xbox PC as well as Xbox Design Lab, but it does not cover in-game purchases like virtual currency. Nor does the Xbox bonus or the 5x point bonus apply to the Xbox Gear Shop, the official Bethesda store, or third-party retailers. So there's that. So there's that.
I don't.
So
No,
that's all
thanks.
these.
I don't need any more debt. But yeah,
Not Gunny.
I don't know. That doesn't seem like. I
Listen,
don't know.
Gunny,
They
let
said
me
like, hey,
give
you
you.
can get one
Okay.
free year of Game Pass.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get perks. Perks. Free Game Pass is a perk.
Hey, there we go. Now you're talking my language.
Okay. A perk of the Xbox MasterCard Mayo is that it comes with 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate for new subscribers.
3 months.
You will also receive the bonus after your first purchase. Existing Game Pass Ultimate members are not eligible,
Oh,
but they will still get the bonus that they can give to a friend. Xbox Game Pass core members are eligible, however. This also includes anyone who was an Xbox Live Gold member before that subscription was converted to Game Pass cores. This year, after you first purchase the Xbox Master, or after your first purchase with the Xbox MasterCard, you will receive a bonus of 5,000 card points, Gunny. 5,000 card points.
would that get me a new PS5 or something else?
No, that's $50.
Oh,
Yeah.
wrong
Also,
company. My bad.
the APR for this card starts at 20.99%.
Yeah, I saw Dustin Gary on Twitter saying this is a bad deal. Don't do it.
26.99% or 31.99%.
Ouch.
This is depending on your credit history. So there's that. Okay.
But I'm sure it has a 0% introductory rate like most companies offer. And then after 6 months or 1 year, whatever it might be, usually it's a year, then it kicks up to the 20%. I'd rather go with keep my Best Buy card, make my purchases through there, get my rewards points. Yeah,
You
plus
gonna
I
run out
don't
and get
think
yourself an Xbox card, Jesus?
Huh?
You gonna run out and get yourself an Xbox card?
No.
You should try it. You should be the guy, and you can let us know, okay?
Yeah, let us know how it goes. But my Xbox is not in the preview program. This Xbox, I don't think either one is. The Series S or X. Maybe the S is, but yeah, the X is not part of the preview. But I think you can go in and just to elect to have it done. So maybe my S is. Maybe I did that a couple years ago or when I first got it. Because I know Xbox One, it was all, my Series 1X is still in the preview program, which I don't know if it still exists through there, but that's even still a thing. Usually for new dashboards and, you can play Minecraft or something.
Hey guys, I have more news for you. More news.
Preview stuff.
Are you ready for some more news?
I'm ready.
A Goldman Sachs employee was arrested. Okay? A newly unsealed FBI document accuses a former analyst at Goldman Sachs of insider trading, including allegedly using an Xbox to pass tips onto his close friends. The friend group earned over $400,000 in ill-gotten gains as a result, federal prosecutors claim. He said, quote, "There's no tracing Xbox 360 chat," end quote. Apparently, he told his friend who was worried that might be discovered. It says here the FBI arrested Anthony Vigiano and alleged co-conspirator Christopher Salomone, charging them with securities fraud on September 28th. Vigiano is accused of using his previous position at Goldman Sachs to share trading tips with Salomone and others. Salomone has already pleaded guilty, and this is the 5th incident in recent years of a person associated with the investment bank at Goldman Sachs using their position to do crimes.
Ooh.
Vigiano and Salomone were childhood friends, the FBI claims, and beginning says here, Salomone allegedly purchased shares and call options for obscure companies including Maxor Technologies, Atlas Senegal Consultant, and Seniors Health, after receiving tips from Vigiano. And it sounded something like this insider info was traded and shared on Microsoft's high-tech, ultra-secure gaming platform. Signal, or like Xbox 360 chat, there's no tracing that. Good luck ever finding that, Vigiano allegedly told Salamone in a recording made on the Xbox
Yeah.
by the FBI. Oh, okay. They were discussing who in their inner circle might flip, with Vigiano trying to assure Salamone that the potential incriminating evidence was out of the FBI's reach. He said, "So I mean, at the worst, we're talking worst case scenario. Maybe I said something in like the very first message to Steve, but that's the worst case." So it's just like these guys were caught up and they think that the Xbox doesn't record your chat. That is false, Gunny.
Yep.
They do record everything. Everything.
And like just about probably, I mean, every company. I'm sure when this brings me back to just when I can't remember the name of the state, but do you remember that woman who? And this kind of ties in where she said she was on the side of the freeway, she saw a kid, but then she faked her own kidnapping. And this is recent, within the last 3 months. Maybe it was 3 months ago. And so I don't know what her motive was for doing it, because she was already on the phone with 911 and then with her friend and then just disappeared, and then claimed it was some burly bald-headed white trucker who grabbed her from behind and took her to a house. But anyway, so then it was the Secret Service or CIA or somebody who was eager to help the local PD. They're like, oh yeah, like we just kind of logged in remotely with her phone number and, got her location, got text messages. Oh yeah, well, since, I mean, obviously her Gmail's on there and, other applications that we can see. So we'll just go ahead and, just request all those like easily, you know what I mean? Just like, boom. It was probably like through Verizon or some shit. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is contact them. This is the fucking FBI.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably give
Secret
that
Service,
information.
give us the shit right now. And they just, hand it over. Like, it was just amazing. Like, I thought that was kind of like, whoa. You really think about it. Like, oh yeah, I want the records for everything. Just email it to us. Like, okay, it's in my inbox. Thank you. Like, that's insane. Everything's so instant and recorded. And yeah, doesn't matter if it's Discord or Twitter or Xbox. Yeah, don't think for a second like, you're signing all these things about, how do you keep my data safe? When you click accept. Yeah, we keep it safe from other users, but when it comes to interesting parties like the government, or law enforcement, shit, we just hand that shit over in a second. Keep that in mind before you start talking about chatting on the old Xbox chat or something, or WeChat. I don't fucking know, whatever. Somewhere. They're going to find out. Might as well just meet in person, I'm saying they're probably listening to us now, guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're probably they follow our show.
Everything's recorded.
Keep an eye on Jesus over there.
Something, Jesus, I'm not looking at it, but something I've been seeing on Twitter. I saw it more than 3 times now, and I'm just kind of going by memory, where I think it's like, so this might relate to Ryan, but not that Ryan owns a podcast or anything, but it says, yeah, now when you're in Canada, you got to register with the government to let them know you're in, like, that you have a podcast and what it's about and what you speak about.
What?
So I thought, I don't know, something to do with the Communications Act or something.
What?
Yeah, again, that could be a hoax or fake or whatever. But yeah, I thought I was going to Google it and see if it was actually real, or I thought that's kind of weird. So a podcast? I don't know. Maybe if you're publishing it somewhere other than where we publish it, like through a major, podcasting company. I have no idea, but I thought it was odd that, yeah, like I wonder, is the U.S. government going to require us to do the same? That would be odd. So I don't know. Maybe Canada's different,
Mm-hmm.
Strange. I don't think they'd be interested in gaming, so doesn't make any sense.
So in other news, some more news here. Steam Spy creator Sergey Galyonkin, who has spent the past 6 years serving as Epic Games head of publishing strategy, has announced that he has left the company. Galyonkin's departure comes just days after Epic confirmed significant layoffs at the company that put more than 800 people, 16% of Epic's total headcount, out of work. Today is officially my last day at Epic Games, Kyle Unkin wrote in a post show to Twitter. These 8 years have been some of the most exciting in my career, and I am deeply grateful to my former Epic Games colleagues and Tim Sweeney for allowing me to help build Epic 4.0. Says here he left his position as senior analyst at Wargaming.net to become Epic's head of publishing for Eastern Europe in 2016. But just a year later, moved up to Director of Publishing Strategy, a position he's had until now. In the years following, Epic launched Fortnite and proved that free-to-play without pay-to-win can work at a scale, and then launched the Epic Game Store. And then, so there's that. It says here, but now Epic Games is on its way to transforming from a game developer, engine creator, and publisher into a platform, Epic 5.0. And I am not a good fit for this new version of Epic. It requires people of a different kind. The references to Epic 4.0 and Epic 5.0 are sort of internal measures of major company milestones. So, as a Polygon report from 2016 explains, Epic 2.0 began when the company connected with GT Interactive, the publisher of the original Unreal, while Epic 3.0 encompasses partnership with Microsoft on the Gears of War games. Epic 4.0 began in 2012 when Tencent purchased roughly 40% of the company. Epic 5.0 will presumably involve Epic's transformation into a leading metaverse company, as Epic CEO Tim Sweeney described it in the layoff announcement last week. What that exactly means is not very clear. So, who knows? Maybe they're going to build a meta. What if they're building the metaverse, Gunny? Okay, look, he's bought all this forest. Okay, he's out in the forest. He's walking around his forest. Okay, he's out there walking in the forest, and he's thinking the whole time, how am I going to build the metaverse?
Yep.
And he's just out there in the forest. He needs this big forest to walk around in, okay? Okay, this is
For inspiration. To walk around for inspiration. Nobody to bother him.
Yeah, he can't just walk around the same section like a little forest. He needs a big forest so he can have...
You can't go to like a public state park or nothing. Like there'd be too many people around.
That's for poor people, man.
And he doesn't like a creeper, that guy.
Yeah, that's for those hobo poor people, okay? Those regular people that go to state forests.
I guess why go to a rental forest when you have your own, right?
Yeah, you have your own personal forest, okay? Okay. Maybe you have a lion in there, or you let loose a fucking panther in there. I don't know. Okay, a little bit of fucking excitement. You fucking release a tiger in that motherfucker. I don't know, okay? When you're rich and you got a personal private forest, you can do whatever, okay? You can fucking, I don't know, fucking do whatever you want in that forest. Just get inspiration, okay? And that's what he's doing. He's out in the forest, walking around, getting inspired.
Finding a center.
Probably out there doing yoga and drinking chai tea.
And kombucha.
Kombucha. Yeah, he's drinking kombucha out there.
Singing Kumbaya.
Drinking kombucha. He's probably vaping and drinking kombucha because it's healthy, you know, and doing yoga and stretching.
Does he have a man bun? I can't remember. Might be.
He probably puts one on just to walk the forest.
Yeah. In a robe. Just a robe and some sandals.
A robe on, yeah. Just a robe on, some sandals. Has his drone flying next to him. His camera drone to make like inspiring photo shoots of him. You know? So you could put some posts on Instagram or something. He's out there walking around doing some cool shit, okay, in this forest. Listen, man, he's getting inspired, okay? He needs this big forest. It's not hard to, okay, Mel, it's not easy firing 800 people, okay?
No, I couldn't imagine that.
Okay, keep your...
You think it was hard for him to inspire salary? 800 people? He wasn't the one having to tell him. You know, he paid somebody else to go tell everybody else. He just did it from home.
You know how hard it is to keep your $1 million of salary and not take a pay cut and have to fire all those people? That's very hard.
It's probably more difficult trying to fire that many people and not get negative press than it was to fire that many people.
A sorry, not sorry post on X and Facebook.
Probably posted a picture of his new Rolls Royce that he just bought. Hey guys, check out this new Rolls Royce I bought. Yeah, it came with the cool tiger in the back seat. Look at this thing.
Yeah, I went to Jeff Bezos invited me to his yacht this weekend. Sorry.
Yeah, we're hanging out. # sorry. I didn't get the email about the layoff. Sorry, guys. was out in the fucking ocean sailing with Jeff Bezos in his fucking super yacht. we didn't
Poor
get
guy.
we didn't get the message. Oh man, it must be so hard living like him. Okay, here's the thing. Look, you guys judging him. He's out there getting inspired. Okay, trying to build the future for gamers, and you guys are just being judgmental fucking assholes over here. Okay, listen, it's the future. It's hard being rich and smart and really rich. Okay, really hard.
Right.
I wouldn't know what it's like. I'm just a normal hobo. I'm just another hobo, Mayo. I don't have my own forest, you know.
Just
I
another
wish.
working man over here.
That's right, Kenny.
I'll be camping in a tent out of my car.
Yeah. Anyways, move on to some more news. CD Projekt Red has announced they are now moving on. They're leaving their engine. They're leaving it, Mayo. They're leaving their engine. Okay.
Uh-oh.
They're
New
leaving
engine
it.
time.
New engine time. Okay. They're moving to Unreal Engine 5. That's right. They're moving. They're going. They're done. They're done. Okay. They're done.
Unreal 4 is over for them. Good. Get
That's
with the
also
time.
one of the. It's also one of the reasons they say that they're not going to make any more shit for Cyberpunk because they're not going to be using that engine anymore, and they just don't want to use that engine anymore. They got to get comfortable and used to Unreal Engine 5, so they're just going to move on now and work on their next projects. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Yeah. That's where we need
Yeah.
to go, man. Move forward. Get on the limit.
Yeah. And they do say that the Cyberpunk team is ready to start development on their sequel, which I'm sure they already have. I mean, you remember how long Cyberpunk took to make, dude? Like, they announced that game back in like
7 years ago.
2013.
What was it, 13 we mentioned that? I think it was
That's
2013.
nuts, dude. Yeah. 2013. And they came out in what? 2020 or 2021?
2020 at least.
I think, yeah, might have been holiday 2020.
I want to say it was pre-COVID, right?
No, it was during COVID. Man, COVID began in like
Well,
March.
20,
Yeah,
right?
and then they
The
delayed it.
lockdowns. The lockdowns became in March of 2020, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they delayed it 3 times.
Yeah, because it wasn't supposed to release in 2019 or something, or 2018 or some shit, and then delayed it again, and delayed it again, and delayed it again, like 4 times. And then they like delay it till like September, and then they said, "Oh no, we're delaying it till December now because we need more time still, guys." And that's why people were so mad that when they released it on the console, because the console was so fucked.
Yeah.
People were like, "What the fuck? You guys delayed this how many times, and this shit still release all fucked up?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, we fucked up."
It works fine on PC. You just go with we believe in
You just gotta have
team,
the, you just gotta have a $5,000 PC to play. That's
yeah,
all.
we listen to Todd Howard. That's how we go about it here at CDPR here.
We hang out with Tim Sweeney, and he said on his PC it ran fine. He said on his PC it was running great. I don't know, guys. What are you guys talking about? Oh shit. Also,
We didn't think people would buy it on console.
yeah, you hobos don't play these games. What the hell? Hey, another news. Alan Wake 2 Gunny will not have a performance mode on the Xbox Series S. That's right.
There goes the old S, holding back everything again.
Yeah. So Series S maybe look like it's locked to 30 FPS.
But will it be 60 on the X or I don't know.
On the X and the PS5, it will feature performance modes.
See now, Jesus, see where we're going with this, where I was even talking to Ghostico about this a couple days ago, where I feel like there's, I don't know, whatever, trouble, lawsuits or something. Again, I think I'm reaching here, but we're paying the same exact price for a game, right? You bought it on the X for $69. I bought it on the S for $69. You know what I mean? Same price. See, that's where I think the issue becomes, right? Where it's like, hey, I'm missing features. Like, where's would I care? Probably not. Like,
but
other
you
people
paid
will.
less, but the other person paid $200 more for their box. What the fuck do you mean? Like, of course you're
I understand that.
Features.
I understand if I bought the box for $200 less, but the game is the same price.
I don't know how that argument would hold up in a courtroom because you paid less for the device.
True. Well, I think from the original. Okay, I think from the original vision, not the vision, but the actual unveiling of the console was where they said, "Hey, like The only difference you're really going to see is the resolution. Like that's the biggest difference is the resolution. But then we come to find out that it does like it's split screen and the fact that it holds these consoles back to 30 FPS. Again, that's the alleged, right? That the S holds it back in 30. So for example, like I don't know, Starfield, right? It probably could have been 60 allegedly, right? But I don't know. It's all hearsay, but yeah, I think when you start splitting up features between the two boxes, right? You know what I mean? From the original unveiling is like, hey, it's going to be resolution, so you might get 1080p or up-resed 4K, but this will be the true 4K box over here, you know what I mean? But which is true, right? I mean, we do see that, right? Where that is the difference. But now we're also seeing it with, this one gets split screen, this one doesn't. This one gets a performance mode, this one doesn't. So do I care? No, because I went and bought an X. So I can get those features. I want it to be the true 4K. But I don't know. I just see people maybe the majority. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they should have said that in the beginning, right? But they probably didn't even know in the beginning. Like, this thing does not run a split screen. Doesn't work. But anyway, I digress on that. I think Microsoft just needs to be careful with that and how I forgot the terminology, right? On how they say, okay, the same features on the box, right? Even Phil Spencer would say it. He's always said that. If it comes to the X, it has to come to the S that way. Same with Baldur's Gate, which I don't know where that stands right now with Xbox. What's the status on that?
Hopefully pretty soon.
Because I know they sent developers over there, say, hey, can we get it working on split screen? And apparently they couldn't. So then that's when Phil Spencer came back and said, all right, fine, no split screen. We'll just, we need to get this on in our ecosystem, right? Because it's on PlayStations. So we need to get it over here. So if it's lacking a feature, then so be it, right? It's lost revenue for both the developer and Xbox. So kind of had to cave in on that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's not all for news, guys. This is not more fucking news.
I had one more, Jesus. I was looking up over here was Roblox launching on the new MetaQuest VR headset, and that is so that was a couple days ago. Mark Zuckerberg announced at the company's event that Roblox would be in the metaverse space and was rumored to become available on the Quest VR headsets later this year. So Meta previously shared that players would be able to access the Quest version of Roblox on the Quest 2 and the Quest Pro. It also works on the newly announced Quest 3, which is $500 for that headset. So yeah, another way to play Roblox, guys.
What do you guys think? Do you think this is gonna eventually catch on? We're at Quest 3 now?
Yeah, well, up to 3.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't know. And you got the new Quest out, but like the software, it's weird though too because so it's funny because we talk about like VR and stuff. There's a guy at my work that bought a Quest 2 used, and he's like, "This is the greatest thing ever." He's like talking about it every day at work, right? So then he buys another used one, and a guy brought it to his work to like where you could buy it from him. And I walk in the break room, and he's sitting in the break room with it on. And he's like, this thing's amazing. And I'm like, I still want to mess with this guy right now because he can't see anything in front of him right now. And he's sitting at the break room table in front of everybody playing with it. And he was showing it to a couple people, and they're all like, oh, this is really cool. I've never, like they'd never seen one before. And I was just like, the mass people that probably have not tried it.
Hobos don't never even know what the hell it is.
They're like, they don't know what they're meant. And he's like, this is the greatest thing ever. He's bought like 15 games like in the last week. He's just buying up.
He's all in. Yeah.
He's over here trying to tell me about these different games. He's like, oh, you need to try this, see what this game's like. I'm like, Albert, that was a long time ago, buddy.
Yeah.
I played the Star Wars game, bro. It came out 4 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
What is that? I have the Quest 2, or which one do I have, Mayo? Do you remember? So it's just sitting in.
It was like the first Quest, I think.
No, I've got the second one. Not the second. Whatever. It was the second one. So that's just been kind of sitting in there. I have to recharge it every so often, and I will pull that thing out every so often, and I'll actually play like one of the. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a like a duck and hide shooter demo.
Like
I don't even own the game, but it's like, hey, this is actually pretty cool. So I like playing that game for some reason.
Pistol Whip?
It might be Pistol Whip, but I'll let you know next time, because every time I just kind of fire that up, and I want to say like you get to play like at least like through 7 levels, as part of the demo, which is probably constantly always there as part of the quest.
It has like a rhythm base to it, like
No,
music base?
no, nope. It's just kind of
Yeah,
like
no.
just go in and almost like an old duck hunt. It's not duck hunt. You know what I mean? You're kind of like ducking behind cover, but I think are you always moving forward? I think you are. I don't know. It's a fun game though. Yeah. So, and then I'll put it away, and then it'll just sit there for like a month, and the batteries will die in it. So, yeah. But that's my Oculus. Sorry. Yeah. The Rift, whatever. So I don't know. It's I'd rather just sit behind a computer and look at a screen and 144 hertz or play on Xbox, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get my Hobo 4K TV with decent lighting and
The
game.
specs look pretty cool on this. I mean, it's more powerful than the Quest 2 by double the power, they say. Also has pass through now with full color and HD resolutions and shit. And what else?
I mean, look, it's on
Something
par with the PlayStation, right? And cost. That's the
Yeah.
PlayStation,
haptic
right?
haptic feedback on the controllers. Something called Touch Plus controllers. I don't know what the hell that means.
Oh, I think isn't that how hard you control or press it or hold it or something?
Yeah, but that's it. That's all I have. I don't have any more news, Kenny. You have more news? I don't have more
No,
news.
no more news. The only thing, Jesus, I was trying to really find a good article on it, but I was watching some videos today. Not much there, but the new iPhone, which is the 15, I think are they calling it the titanium? Is that the name of the 15? It's not. So I'll probably get it next month. No, yeah, because it's just early October here. So yeah, probably mid-November around the holidays. We'll probably all go in and get the new 15s, kind of trade them in and whatever deals they've got. But normally I'm like one of those, every other year. But yeah, I can't decide, Jesus. Anyway, let me just start off like this. So I don't know. They talk about how it's looking good for gaming. I think Genshin Impact. What else is coming to it?
Assassin's Creed.
What was the other one that was announced for the Mac? Damn.
What else? The Death Stranding and
Death
something else they
Stranding,
talked
that's what
about.
it was. So they were showing like demos of people playing it on the 15, which nowadays you can just play with any controller or touchscreen or, any backbone device you want to plug into it. Because now they're all, especially now because they are instead of the lightning cable, you have the
USB-C.
USB-C. I always forget the name of that. I always want to call it USB, but so the C, yeah. So then now you don't need to have, buy one if it's out of stock. You can just everything's kind of universal. Works on both phones. Samsung, Androids, iPhones, all the same shit now. So hopefully those things are cheaper and there's more companies out there making these things. So I don't know if it was a feature before, but I've never seen it. But now, like they were showing demos of where you can just kind of put it on a dock and it's more of an out to a monitor and it looked pretty good. So I got to say, like, Genshin Impact, yeah. Resident Evil's coming soon. I think it was Village. So I think that's what really I would say, Android or Samsung and iPhone, they just need more games on there. So they say they're coming, but I think they're just kind of trickling down into the, the Play stores and the iOS stores. I'd like to actually see more of those, especially having the iPad, the newer iPad, which takes the USB-C cord, which is what it's plugged into right now. So actually charges a lot faster. So yeah, more games, guys. That's what we need on the iOS and Google Play Store.
The Mac, man. Liza P apparently runs really well on the Mac. It is available on there if you have a Mac PC, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More games need to come to those stores.
It's available $60 via the App Store. You can buy it through the App Store on the Mac. And apparently on the M1 Macs, the Macs that have the M1 chip, is running pretty decent at 1080p at high settings. It runs about 50 to 60 FPS. If you have an M2 Mac, it'll run at 60 to 70 FPS on high settings as well at 1440p. Most people are saying that this is actually a very good port of the game into the Mac. And it's running at native resolutions, so there's no funky shit going on. There's no upscaling. It runs at 1080 or 1440. And so, yeah, if you are a Mac user and want to try a good game, I guess, the game that could run well on your PC, maybe Liza P is a game that you want to check out. I mean, I don't
Yeah, the
know.
first one, make it a Soulsborne. Yeah.
I know, right? A really hard game, yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, if you want to, you want to check it out. I mean, it is $59.99 though. It's on the App Store though. They say that. I don't know if you can buy it through the Steam. Maybe you could buy it through Steam on the Mac. I don't know how that works. But
Yeah, I believe there is an app. Yeah,
I
there
know
is an app
Steam
for
is
it.
on the App Store. Yeah, so I don't know how that works, but
I've
maybe
seen it in
you have a
videos. It's
PC and a Mac. You want to buy it for both. Buy it on Steam and then try to download it on there. But yeah, apparently it's running really good on the Mac now, which is surprising. And then I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen here in the future. Are more games going to come to Mac? Because we're seeing all these big games that are coming to the iPhone 15, right? Assassin's Creed, Death Stranding, etc.
Yeah.
Big games, big titles. Are we going to see more companies start saying, you know what? There's enough power to run these fucking games on the Switch. Just put them on a phone. Put them on the iPhone.
So one of the things I have is I pre-ordered it a long time ago, which is Warzone for the newer phones and iPad. So I think that comes out November, December. So I do check back on that periodically, but they'll send me a message to let me know that Warzone's available. And there's people out there playing beta versions of it, and it looks pretty good. So you've already got Call of Duty Mobile. That's a thing, that runs on Android, iOS. But yeah, Warzone coming soon. But again, we're talking about just a very small number of things. But it made me think about something, Jesus, where I thought, well, what if Apple? All right, let's start buying up let's get these timed exclusives, for these bigger titles, kind of like what Epic does or something. Not that I would want them to do that. I just wonder, would that bring more games, more of these AAA titles to say, okay, hey, can you port over, this game over to, whether it be a Mac or an iOS, iPhone 14 and later or some shit, especially for the Mac, right? You would think that deserves it the most rather than, hey, you got to switch to Windows mode and play it that way. I think that would be I would think that they just have to reach out to gaming companies more, when there's a new AAA game announced. Say, we need a copy too, port it over, make it happen. Get on. I say get in there with, Ubisoft and Rockstar and all those guys. Well, there's the other thing, Rockstar. You've got those mobile games on there, whether it's Vice City or, a lot of these older games. It's probably just money, right? That would be the thing, How much are you going to pay us to port that game over? To how many copies are we going to sell? I think that would be the question, right? Is it going to be
Yep.
worth it? That's the thing,
There's a lot of iPhone users out there.
Yeah, but a lot of those iPhone users, right, and the Android users, what are they playing? The mobile free to plays.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, But I think it has to be those games like we talked about, Genshin Impact, Minecraft, right, which are all available on everything, and every phone and tablet can run pretty smoothly. So yeah, but yeah, focus on the Mac, right? That would be the thing instead of going into Windows mode if you don't have it installed. So I think that's been a thing for the last 15 years, that Mac users have complained about. So the running joke has always been, go get a real fucking computer, do that. And they, but no, they just run Windows, play it that way. Or Linux or some shit,
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. What do we got
done.
here for the old console corner?
There's no more console. It doesn't exist.
There is PlayStation Plus, man. It's still a thing.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. Xbox got rid of theirs. No more games for.
What do we got coming up, Gunny? What kind of new games do I get this month?
Oh,
Yeah.
you get Callisto Protocol.
I did see that. I did see that the other day.
That's gonna be a good one.
I couldn't get into it. I know I started an easy mode thing, and I don't know. It's not doing it for me, guys. I don't know what it is.
You needed the haptic feedback.
I think so. That would make. Damn, that's a good point. I should have got this one for. No, did it even come to PS4 Pro? No. Fuck, it probably didn't. Like another reason for me to get a PS5, right? So, or get a PS5 controller and buy it on PC. It might make a huge difference, if I don't have the $500. But yeah, on the Xbox Series, I played it on the S. Not that it didn't look good or anything, in an up-res version. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I might go back to it at some point. So, Dead Space Remake, that really did it for me, right? That actually got me to complete that game. So maybe Callisto Protocol, right timing, who knows. Next game up on PlayStation Plus is Farming Simulator 22.
That's a Jesus game right there.
Yeah.
Get your corn hat on, Mayo. Get your trailer. Hook your old baler up to the to the Nissan if you don't want to do it with the Camaro. Yeah, do it that way. So, that was the other thing, Mayo, that I downloaded on Project Zomboid. One of my mod car packs was the old 70s Camaro. So
Nice.
I've
There
been
you go.
yeah. So I've been cruising around the Camaro and the semi truck around the and then it's just I think it's all like just by the way, so the area that I'm in right now, I think it's all just like cornfields and corn seeds. That's the only thing I can find in the silos in storage. So I'm like, I actually am in Ohio, right? Because I've always mentioned that in this game. I mentioned some of the cities, and you're like, I think some of those are made up, like Muldreak Canyon or whatever. Like, I don't know. Anyway, enough Project Zomboid. I can go on forever about that game. Your last PlayStation game is Weird West. I think that's still on Game Pass.
Yeah, I think
So,
it is.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's what does that remind us of, Mayo? Those types of games? The old bust in the door and start shooting. You know,
I
duck.
was thinking the Weird West is kind of more like a top-down kind of XCOM like.
No, but I thought it was. Oh, right. I'm thinking of something else that's different.
Something Dead West or West.
Yeah,
Can't
maybe
remember
that
now.
is the XCOM style. Not XCOM, but I think it is the kind of the top-down shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of you're the smaller enemy, but yeah, a lot of stealth and crouching. Yeah, I don't think it's turn-based, but I could be wrong. I'm getting that confused with another game. Moving over to Xbox, the old Game Pass things that are new in Game Pass, and we've got that Lies of P game, which like I said, me and Mayo were still early on in that game. Second one called Cocoon. I think that's a puzzle game. I haven't downloaded it, but seeing people talk about it on the X and saying it's a good puzzle game. So I'll check that out at some point. And also Payday 3. So yeah, your newest games for Game Pass. I think what's leaving or has already left Game Pass, I think it was the end of August. Now I can't think of like famous shooter that came out. Was that Square Enix? Can't be wrong. I can't remember. I'll think of it. But
Outlanders.
no, it wasn't out. No,
I
it
think
sounds
that
like
one.
that.
I think Outlanders is leaving.
Yeah. It's not called Outlanders, but something like that.
Outriders.
Outriders, yes. Did that already leave? I think that left already. So that was
I'm
on
not
there
sure.
for a good amount of time. I think about a year. And they actually came out with some DLC. So you could have bought the DLC, played it through Game Pass that way. Yeah. Good co-op shooting game. But moving over to the Epic Store. So your 2 free games, which I didn't get to download last week, so I don't care what that was. So the first one's called Model Builder. So I think it's like your model ships and cars and shit like that. So break out the crazy glue, Mayo. Get your model Camaro out. And your second game is called Solstice. Solstice? SOULSTICE. Solstice. Free games on Epic. Claim them. Even if you don't have a PC, claim them now, play them later. That's all we have for the console and free game stuff. All we got. What are we watching?
I watched The Creator the other day.
You were saying that's pretty good?
Good movie, yeah. Long movie, but it was a good movie.
Have you guys
Uh,
watched
What do you expect?
The Continental?
No, I haven't. Isn't that a show on Netflix or?
It's on Peacock. It's based off the John Wick series.
Yeah. No, I did not watch that.
I should watch it. No, I haven't.
No, it's not bad.
I did watch the new show for the boys called Gen V or whatever.
Yeah, what's that? What's that available on?
Amazon.
Okay, I've got the Prime, so I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, through the first 3 episodes are out. Next episode comes out Thursday next week or this week. Yeah, it's typical the boys shit. It's about these it's about these different. It's not about the superheroes from the boys. It's about these kids that are going to they're going to a college for superheroes or whatever. And it's about this girl and like her experiences going through that. It's pretty boysy. I mean, it's very gory and shit. A lot of blood and people dying and shit. So check it out. I think you will like it. If you like the boys, you'll like it. They
Yeah.
really don't. They don't give a fuck about putting gore and killing people in that show at all. Like they fucking go all out. So yeah, and I think the next season of the boys is coming out soon too. But that one, I think that's the final season. They said, yeah,
Season 3,
5.
4. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like season
Three.
5, I think,
Okay.
for the boys.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the conclusion.
Yeah, neither can I. Want to see how Homelander goes all fucking crazy and starts fucking everybody up.
Right? Yeah.
He's a
Like
fucking
he's kind of held
psychopath,
back.
bro.
Yeah, I feel like he's
Well,
been
he's not
holding
held
back.
back no more. He got the kid. Spoilers. If you didn't watch the last episode of The Boys, the last season. At the end, Gunny, remember at the end where everyone's like giving Homelander shit. They're like protesting or whatever. Like some of them are cheering him, and some of them are like giving him shit. And like the people that are like cheering for him are like loving him. And then the one dude yells at him, "Oh,
Yes.
if you were a
Yeah.
good dad, your kid wouldn't have left you," or some shit like that or whatever. You know? Isn't that what he says to him? Like if you were something about your kid or whatever, like, "Oh, if you were such a good fucking person, your son would have never left you," or whatever. And
Or
then
he'd want to be with you or some shit.
or
Yeah.
something like that, right? And then like he fucking kills him right there in front of like 1,000 people,
Yeah.
and people start cheering him on, like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, yeah, Homelander, yeah, you fucking badass."
He can do whatever he wants. Yeah.
He literally is like, bro, who's gonna not tell him he's wrong? He's fucking Superman. He could literally kill all those people without like flinching. You know what I mean? He could like just laser eye everyone, and of course they're gonna fucking cheer him on. He's fucking psychopath.
Right. Because I think he's just tired of being in the limelight as far as like, I'm the face of this company.
And I have to be good.
I got
all
to
the time.
smile when they want me to smile. He's like, fuck that. I don't give a fuck anymore.
That's why he killed that chick. That's why he killed the CEO lady or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Remember the lady that he blew up at the house or whatever? He killed her or whatever, the CEO lady. And then that's why he killed all the other heroes, like the Black Noir guy and fucking all that shit, dude.
Damn, is Black Noir dead? Fuck, I can't remember. Like now,
Yeah, dude, he died in like season 2 or 3 or whatever.
Damn.
Yeah. Tell me how he's not dead, Gunny. The dude literally ripped his heart out of his fucking chest.
Oh, fucking A, yeah.
Literally ripped the heart out of his chest.
But what's her name is still alive. Like they brought.
Who?
Like I think he doesn't know, right? Or we don't know if he knows.
Who's still
Damn,
alive?
who was it? The chick with the red hair. Like she lost her powers, but then the security footage shows her being whisked away in a car. But I think he knows about it.
Oh, Maeve?
Is it Maeve? Right? Yeah, like Maeve lost her powers.
Then how did she lose her powers?
Because that dude that he blew up. Remember, he blew up and then
Soldier Boy blew up.
Yeah, Soldier Boy blew up, and then that's how she lost her powers. Damn.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm gonna go back and watch that last episode again.
Yeah, that show's so good. I love The Boys. The Boys is fucking awesome. Even though Homelander's a batshit crazy motherfucker, he's likable though too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like a likable bad guy. He's so fucking
right. I mean,
crazy.
just the interaction with everybody's like, we gotta stop these motherfuckers, right? We're out to stop these soups and everything. But it seems like they're always talking to him too,
Yeah.
Like there's always this conversation going on, Like
it's always
casual.
funny like how him and like Butch were like in Butch's apartment, they were just talking like normal, like just like dude could have just killed him right there and then, but he
could have
didn't.
just went zap goodbye. But
he could have just fucking killed him right there and then. Like then all his problems would be over. But like no, he just let him go. Like I'll fight you fairly some other time. Like some total superhero shit. We're like the Joker's talking shit to Batman in public or whatever, and then they just walk away from each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like some random shit like that happens in this show. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I like it. I like Homelander. He's a cool dude. But I kind of also know why he needs to be stopped.
I don't know how old his son was in the show, but in real life, so he's got to be like probably a teenager by now. So it'd be interesting to see him as he comes back with
being older.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I wonder how far forward they're going to go in the timeline. Yeah, it's going to be crazy, man. Yeah, that show was nuts. I thought one of the crazier parts too was when he told that girl to jump from the building.
Yeah.
They call him to rescue her, and he goes out there, and he's like, "I don't give a fuck." He's like, "Jump," and she's like, "I don't want to jump anymore."
Jump. Yeah, I don't. I don't want to.
Yeah, and he's like, "I don't think you understand. I'm not asking you to jump. I'm telling you to jump." And I don't want to. And he's like, "I don't think you fucking understand what I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you to do it, motherfucker. I'm gonna throw you off this fucking roof." Like he just tells her straight up, like, "Motherfucker, you're gonna jump. You wanted to act like you're gonna jump, but now you're gonna fucking do it." That's this shit was funny. Like,
I just wanted the attention, basically.
Yeah, she just wanted the attention, and then he just went up to his like at first he tried to be all nice, like, "Oh, give me your hand," and she's like, "I don't want to, whatever. I'm gonna jump." And then he's like, all right, fuck it, I don't care, just jump. Fuck you, like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, just fucking go ahead. She's like, I don't want to do it. He said, I don't think you fucking understand what I'm telling you. I'm not asking you to jump. I'm telling you to jump. Because I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't outrun him. You know what I mean? The motherfucker flies hella fast. You know, you can't outrun him. You can't beat him up. He's a fucking superhero, like Superman. You know. And doesn't he have like super hearing also or whatever? Like if you like talk like whisper, he can hear you or whatever. Like he has like super hearing and all that.
I think
shit.
so. Yeah. Then you can always laser you, like as you're trying to run away. You know?
Yeah, you can always just laser you. Yeah, literally, dude. Like that shit's crazy.
Yeah, and that chick popping people's heads with her mind was insane.
Oh, that one was crazy too. The Nazi, was it the Nazi chick that did that? It was the Nazi.
chick?
It was the Nazi
no,
chick.
it was the Arab. I think she's like Arabic. I'm just gonna say that's what her
yeah,
nationality
the Arabic
is.
chick.
The
Yeah,
big nose.
yeah. What happened to her? Did she die?
I can't remember if she died or not. I think she
The
did.
one
die.
the one that had like a daughter, right? She had like a daughter or something. Yeah.
Yeah, her dad was, well, he wasn't really in the show much, but
Wasn't her dad? The dad was Gus from Breaking Bad, right?
oh yes, that's who I'm talking
He's in
about.
he's in like this like the
He was the CEO.
CEO of VOD or whatever.
Yeah,
Didn't fucking Homelander kill him too or something?
I believe so.
I think so, right? He killed him.
He
That
killed a
fucking
lot of
He
people.
killed everyone, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest. He fucking said, fuck you guys, I'm killing everyone. And I think you're right. I think he did kill him. He killed everyone. That's nuts. Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit's crazy, dude. Like, that show is fucking cool. I want to watch more of it now. But yeah, the Gen V one is actually really cool too. It is actually what's crazy about it that is actually it's present day. So all the stuff that's happened in the show has happened in this world. Like it's like together, like it's on the same timeline. So like all the crazy shit that happened with Homelander and all that shit, it's happened in this show. So it's like they all know about it, but like people are just okay with it because there's superheroes everywhere or whatever, right? Because of that fucking V shit or whatever that makes people into superheroes. But yeah, man, check it out. Check out that show. It looks fucking cool, man. I can't wait to see more of it.
I'll be
And then
watching it.
shitty part is Game of Thrones, all the HBO shows. So right, so like Game of Thrones, The House of the Dragon, whatever the Jon Snow show is gonna be, and The Last of Us Part 2. All of that shit's on hold right now, dude.
No, well, I saw. So
They're saying that none of it's being recorded because of the fucking writer's strike.
But I heard it's over, right? They just have to finalize the.
Oh yeah, didn't they agree to
signing?
something? Yeah, didn't they agree to something, right? Some
They did agree to
contract
something.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Mark
Yeah.
Hamill on X was saying it's over, it's finished, we're done, but we're not back to
Yeah.
work yet. We just have to wait for the documents, the contracts to be signed and make it final before everybody goes back to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll mess some things up. So I don't know, how long did that last? What do you think? A couple months? Well, no, the writer's strike I think lasted a little longer than that, but before the actors got involved. I don't know, all that money and power, crazy. Jesus, I've got a show for you. I don't know. Hey, now I'm not a big cartoon fan. I don't watch like a lot of shit like whatever cartoons in general, but Adventure Time. So I used to watch that with my son. He's always liked that show. He always reads the comics, even though it's not around anymore. But they do have a new spinoff called Fiona and Cake, and it's actually really good. So I've been enjoying it. I think just season 1 is out right now. That might be on. I mean, it's a Cartoon Network thing, but I think it's on Showtime or some shit or HBO Max. But yeah, for all you Adventure Time fans, check out Fiona and Cake. It's actually really good. So, and then you'll see like Jake's in there. Of course, he's older, and yeah, he's part of the show.
I also watched the what's that new Saw movie, Saw X? I saw that too, and that movie kind of sucks.
I think the last one was kind of boring.
It wasn't that good.
I haven't watched one in a long time.
Yeah, the new one is not that good. Yeah, it's kind of like
no. I want to say the last
plot was fucking
the ending was
stupid.
stupid.
Yeah, the plot was kind of fucking stupid. I was like, this is kind of fucking. You need to just find a new Saw guy. That old guy, he's done.
He never dies. He's still around.
Yeah, he's still around. Like in this one,
is throat cancer for 25 years.
Yeah, he's had throat cancer for 50,000 years or whatever.
He's been at stage 4 for 25 years.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he just never dies. He's fucking stage 4 cancer.
You thought I was dead, but I'm still alive.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Do you know why I chose you? Yeah.
You want to play a game? I want to play a game. But like in this one, it's like a prequel to the other ones, I think, because this is like when he first found out about his cancer. But like the weird part is that like the cops like know about it too. Like there's people helping him, so it's like it's not the first one, but it is the first one almost. You know what I mean? It's weird because in the first movie he had nobody helping him, right? And in this one he has people helping him. Like he has a chick that's helping him like capture the people and torture them or whatever. And then there's like a cop or like a private detective guy that's helping him too. And like, but it's like the story starts off with him finding out he has cancer, stage whatever, and then the whole thing is about like somebody he goes to like a cancer group or whatever, like a fucking like a
Yeah, support group.
support group,
I
right?
vaguely remember that. Yep.
Yeah, and somebody mentions to him like, oh, I have stage 5 or stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I got like 2 months left to live. And then like a few months, like fucking 4 months later, he sees that guy in public, and he's like, hey man, you look really good. I thought you had stage 4 or whatever. You had only like 2 months to live. And the guy's like, oh no, I did this experimental thing or whatever, and like it cured me, and now I'm healthy, and I got another chance of life. So the dude's like, oh, I want to do that. So he gives him a website to go to. And then the dude ends up talking to this doctor chick, and she's in Mexico. So he goes to Mexico to have like this surgery done. And then those are the people he ends up killing because of whatever happens, right? And then it's like, the plot is kind of fucking stupid, man. I
Yeah.
didn't really like it.
If they make it confusing, I'm sure I'll watch it when it comes out on. Is it on a streaming service now or just in theater?
I think it's just in theater. The Saw is like to me it's like The Purge. I don't really give a fuck about the story. I just want to see the crazy shit that happens.
Yeah, I like the machine,
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah.
crazy medieval machines that he uses.
Yeah, like he built some crazy ass shit or like they use some crazy shit. Yeah. So like like The Purge, right? I've never watched The Purge to like really know what the fuck is going on. 'Cause
Yeah, like
half
I
the
own
time,
that series. It's interesting.
half the time it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like the shit they do doesn't really like make sense sometimes. It's like whatever. You really think, Gunny, if there was a purge that the people wouldn't be trying to kill all the governors and senators and shit? They would all be trying to kill all of them.
Yep.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Even if they have that stupid rule where like, oh, any government official is off limits or whatever, like nobody fucking cares. They would be going after those motherfuckers hardcore, dude. You know what I
They would
mean?
have to have a lot of military protection.
Yeah, and like what? Are the military not under the purge rules or whatever? Can they not do whatever they want for 24 hours or whatever, Like
Right? Are
that
they
doesn't make
disqualified from,
Yeah, but if
being
you're in the
eligible for the
military,
purge?
yeah. Yeah, if you're in the military, you're not allowed to participate in the purge. Like that doesn't make sense in the story, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, it doesn't fucking make sense to me, but it's whatever. It just doesn't we're poking holes in the purge, okay? We're done with the show, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I
you can
didn't see.
find me on everything.
Yeah, I
Jesus walks a lot.
only finished half of that one that you talked about. Jesus, it was stupid. So,
Yeah.
the last one that came out.
The one where they go to Mexico?
Yeah. I was like, oh gosh, this one seems kind of boring. I like the one
Yeah.
before it when they were in the house and they've got like all the mechanical shutters and all the fucking alarms and lights and everything. But
Is that the one with the chick who's like trying to run for president or something?
No, I think it's
yeah,
like
like they had
maybe
money.
I don't remember. I get
Yeah.
them all confused now. I own them all, but
Because there's one where the chick's trying to run for president or something, right?
mhm.
And somebody tries to kill her, like the other
But it had
president
a
sends people
badass
to kill
ending
her.
to it. It had a badass ending where I think they came in the house and they're like, "Ah, motherfucker, the purge is over. You can't do jack shit." And they just blew him away. They're like, "Yeah, fuck. Well, who's gonna do jack shit about it?" I was like, "Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
ending."
like okay, like yeah, like people say, oh, the purge is over now. Everyone could just go home. It's like, but who's gonna know you died during the purge or not?
Right?
Like
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Who cares?
yeah, like if the
you're
fucking
dying anyway.
alarm goes off, Mayo, if I break into your house to kill you, and the fucking alarm goes off, I'm not gonna just
Stop
stop.
and we'll go away.
Like, oh, I'm done
Yeah.
now. Oh, sorry about your windows, Mayo. I fucking shot them all out.
Have a
Oh,
good day.
sorry, dude.
I'll see you at the
Next
barbecue
year.
tomorrow.
I'll see you next year.
I'll see you at work tomorrow, Mayo. Have a good day, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck does that work, dude? Like, the agreement just assumes just because the alarms, the fucking sirens go off, it doesn't. Now it's over. Now everyone automatically.
We're all friends and good neighbors
Yeah.
again.
Oh, Mayo, I was gonna kill you and your whole family, but like I only shot your kid. I didn't get to you. I guess I'll get to you next year. All right, buddy. I'll see you at work next week. Have a
Yeah.
good one. Like what the fuck? I guess you'll be taking some bereavement leave, Mayo.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to pick up some overtime recovery for you. I gotcha.
I'll mow your lawn for you.
You're like that shit's fucking
Help you clean this
stupid.
mess up.
You're like, what the fuck? Like the shit they come up with, it's fucking retarded. But anyways, we're out of here, man. I'm out of here. Fucking find me. Find Gunny. Where can we find you, Gunny?
Find me, Gunny Chief. Find me everywhere, Gunny Chief, except for PlayStation. That's HGP_Gunny. Where do we find you, Mail?
Everywhere is Mayo on PlayStation, Xbox, Discord, PC, Steam, all that fun stuff.
What are you gonna be playing, Mayo? What are you gonna be playing?
I think I might download that the whatever that Marvel game was on that Game Pass that just
Midnight
came out.
Suns.
Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
And probably some more Sea of Stars.
Did you
And
check
really
out
like that
Callisto
game,
Protocol?
yes, and Callisto Protocol for sure.
Oh, I want to check that out on the PS5 for sure.
Yeah, as soon as it's available. Is it available now?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I saw it the other day when I
I think-
logged
Okay,
in.
I checked yesterday when I
think
fired my
there's
PlayStation up, and it
PlayStation
wasn't
starts
up
on the
yet.
7th of each month. I could be wrong.
It might be, yeah.
No, I leave on the 6th for vacation, so I don't know if I'll get to it or not.
Well, when you get back, just fucking do it.
The
How long are you gonna
14th.
be out?
To the 14th.
So you're flying to Arizona?
Yes.
I was about to say, if you're gonna ride the train, that takes like fucking 3 days, 5 days to get there.
Yeah, no, we are taking a train up to the Grand Canyon though,
Yeah.
and doing like
Piece
a
of-
couple of days stay there.
Is it not like a day trip on the train or whatever?
How
Yeah,
far?
it's like a whole day thing. Yeah, they do dinner and lunch, and there's like a hotel. It's tied with it.
Nice. I've only been there once, but it's cool to see.
Yeah, we're gonna spend a couple of days in the mountains, and then we're going to the Grand Canyon, and then we're going down to like Phoenix, and then we're going down to Tucson and stuff. So we're kind of bouncing around.
No Vegas.
Out
No,
in the
no,
wild west, man.
Yeah,
Vegas is
Camaro, we're
about,
flying
I think it's about 2.5 hours from Grand Canyon.
You city folk don't know what it's like down here in the wild west. You better bring cowboy boots.
I should be playing
get
Red Dead
muddy.
to get ready to play, huh?
Some snakeskin cowboy boots, a cowboy hat, wear like a red bandana around your neck or
You're
something.
gonna need a harmonica in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Can of
They do have like a
Copenhagen.
thing. They said there's a mock train robbery. So as you're doing the train ride to the Grand Canyon, these people come up on horses and jump on the train, and they pretend to rob you, but you're supposed to have like dollar bills in your pocket. So that's what they rob you. That's their donations.
What if you guys think it's a mock robbery, but it's a real robbery?
Well, I mean, you are giving them real money. You are giving them real dollar
Are you
bills.
using a real gun, Mayo?
Somebody didn't know about the mock robbery, starts shooting at them with the real gun.
Or they got concealed to carry.
Yeah, they think it's fucking happening for real. They try to be a hero. Fucking shoot off fucking innocent fucking actors. Oh man, that'd be fucked.
Self-defense, man. This is a self-defense state.
But yeah, Mel, don't wear shorts to the Grand Canyon.
Well, the girlfriend has family out
rattlesnake.
there, and she sent us a thing, and we're going to Pine Top, which is first. It's like kind of like up in the mountains, and it's only like low 70s, high 60s when we're gonna be there. So it's not even gonna be that warm up there in the mountains, at least.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
spring now, so it's no more 110.
Just don't wear shorts, man. That's how people get bit by snakes.
Them rattlesnakes can climb legs.
No,
man.
no
All I'm
bullshit,
saying.
bro. I'm telling you. Rule number 1 when you go out to the Grand Canyon, they tell you don't wear like fucking bullshit ass shoes and like some fucking shorts thinking you're in some fucking summer place. You gotta wear fucking long pants, like jeans, preferably something thick like a jean, and like some boots or something like
Wranglers, Mayo, Wranglers.
that. Like your ankles should not be
Cowboy
exposed,
cut.
man, because fucking snakes will bite at your fucking ankle and you're dead.
Damn ankle biters, right?
Ain't no one out there gonna fucking life fly you, man. All right, you're in the fucking Wild West, right? No damn helicopter out there gonna fly out there to get you. All right.
Somebody might have to suck the poison out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. And then like you're gonna have to use your belt as a tourniquet on your leg. It's gonna be all fucked up, man. So
Cool. We should have some good stories when I come back then, huh? Hopefully we'll be all right.
yeah, hopefully you don't have to use your belt as a tourniquet or nothing crazy. Okay. Like don't get lost either, man, because we ain't looking for you. Okay.
It gets real dark out there.
It does. You're in the fucking middle of nowhere.
And there's coyotes. Besides snakes, there are coyotes.
fucking
Armadillos.
coyotes and fucking shit out there trying to kill you. Yeah, man. Don't get fucking wandering off from your group thinking you're some fucking hero. All right.
Start
End up
taking
getting fucking
pictures and
lost.
fall in a hole.
It's cold as shit out there at night. You out there wearing a fucking t-shirt and shorts thinking that
Like
you're
a tourist,
fine.
right?
Yeah, and then get fucking
He's
lost.
got a tank top saying "I love Ohio" on it.
Yeah,
Look at
fucking
this dummy, we
stranded
found
out
him.
there. Stranded out there all night in fucking 20-degree weather at night. You fucking be freezing to death. Oh shit.
Only
Well, I
light is
hope
your
you
cell
have
phone.
fun.
Yeah,
I
it should
hope
be
you
good
have
time.
fun. Yeah. See, if you had an iPhone, you'd have a satellite connection.
Yes, I can do that. You can dial 911.
Yeah. It gives you a free 3-minute phone call with the satellite connection.
SOS.
Yeah.
I do that every Friday when I go through some dead zones because I drive pretty far on Friday at work.
Yeah.
And so for a little bit, like there's nothing at all, and then it's satellite for. The other thing, Jesus, I've noticed on there. So there's a town I go to called Albion. It's like abalone, and so the SOS shows up. So when I get in the truck, it'll say like, "Hey, do you want to give out your location?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, why not?" I don't know who I'm giving it to, but it says, "All right, turn your phone to the left. Turn it more to the left. Keep going. Okay, hold on. It's connecting with the satellite. It's uploading your location." It's weird, but I would think that whoever you have on your contact list, like to say, okay, share my location, that's a thing, Mayo. I don't know if that's an Android thing, but it'll say, I want to share my location with Jesus for 4 hours or forever or 4 days, whatever. It gives you options. So I would think that that's what it's doing, because it doesn't actually say. It just says, all right, you've been located. Like we know your location, and then that's it. So I think that again could be the Secret Service, man. For all I know.
FBI tracking you. They lost track of you. Hey man, Gunny, we need you to line up your phone with the satellite, please. We lost connection with you.
Jesus, we know how much pull Gunny's wife has. It's uploading information to his wife is what it's doing.
It's the fucking NSA.
Oh yeah,
tracking
you'll be on the phone with the FBI or Secret Service in no time.
The fucking NSA tracking your ass.
That's it, NSA.
Anyways, thank you all for listening, people. We're gonna be out of here. Go join us on Discord. Listening to the music. Play games. We're done. Bye. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Hopefully, the Mayo didn't get bit by a rattlesnake edition. Hopefully. Yeah. I mean, if he did, it'd be a cool story if he lives. Not if he's like a male with no leg, though.
We want to hear some Red Dead Redemption style type stories on that train.
Yeah. I want to hear like you jumped on one of the guy's horses and took off into the sunset.
Right. Be like, I'm from Ohio. I know how to ride these horses.
Just fucking jump on a horse and leave. Just fucking take off with their horse.
My car has 500 of them. I can ride one of them.
Yeah, man. You may have taken my $2, but I took your horse. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you do. Fucking take off with their horse. That'd be fucking awesome. Anyways, we're out of here. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
See.